So did you get your mock draft all ready to go?
I got everything here. You know what? You know what I found hard? I'm crossing out, and I'm like, it's too unpredictable. I'm doing too much in and out with this draft. Like, it's crazy.
What do you mean you're doing too much in and out?
Like, I'm changing things. I'm re-guessing things. Like,
See, that's the difference between the Niner
no,
and the
no. I have
Cowboys.
my pick that I like, and I have,
I,
but it's just too hard to call this year.
it's not that
I know,
hard.
I know you don't think so, but
It's not that hard.
this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go, man. Even
Oh,
number
trust me.
one,
Wait till you see my picks. Trust me. I'm not going with
even
the.
number one is debatable right now, B. I'm telling
I'm
you right
telling you,
now.
Ikwanu's going first.
What is up, beautiful people? I am here. He is there. It is me, your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru. It's here. It's finally here. It's the NFL draft. It's the show we look forward to most in the season. Right along your boy
For Dallas,
Sanchez.
for the Dallas Cowboy fans. I mean, for San Francisco, we wait for the
We'll get into
playoffs.
that in a second. Right alongside his sidekick, D. Sanchez. It's your boy. D. Sanchez is going to play the role of hater today because the San Francisco 49ers, unfortunately, don't have a pick in the first round. And it's something that I had to go through 3 years ago when we did this at Boston Pizza.
But
It's
that's
hard on you.
but that's the thing. Like even in a year where we don't have a pick, we're the most talked about team in the draft because of
In
the
your
best
own mind, sir. In your
because
own
of the
mind.
only wide back in the NFL. So I mean,
We're
it is
starting
what-
that stupid talk again?
everyone's been
Wow.
talking about it. Anyways, I think
My
as
friend,
of-
what are you looking forward to today in this draft? I think there's going to be a crazy amount of movement. I don't know if you feel the same. I think you feel it's coming, but later on. But as I said, I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen right away.
I disagree. I think the top 10 is going to stay as is. I think the teams, because there's not that crop of quarterbacks that everybody normally salivates over. There's no like quarterback's the reason that people tend to want to move up. So because of the lack of excitement at that position, if you want to call it that, no disrespect to Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett and Matt Corral, but I think that people are just going to stay where they are, especially in the top 10. I think later, teams like Green Bay, Kansas City, New Orleans, this is where that jockeying of the positions may come into play because some of these teams want a specific wide receiver and they don't want a chance having their guy disappear but by the 22nd or 28th pick. So either way, it's going to be fun. But like I said, I don't even care about all that. I just want to know where Debo's going or if he's staying at home. That to me,
again, it all comes back down to you. I think one of the things that you said to me that didn't make sense, that makes a bit more sense to me today, is I thought there was going to be a lot of movement before the top 10. The only reason why I'm questioning it now is because of the calibers of player in this draft. I think there's no definitive you have to have this guy at any position in the draft. Everybody's the number 1 to 2 is debatable. Like, I still don't think we have a definitive number 1 right now.
no, I think it's down to 3 guys. I think there's 3 guys that have a chance.
And what I'm saying is, in normal drafts, you have definitive players. Like, he's going number 1.
Yeah, everyone knew
he's
Lawrence was going number 1 last year. Everyone was like, "Okay,
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, my man. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm back at Milltown. I'm back at home after being shut down, and now it's like Cheers. It's like I'm walking into my old stomping ground. So there might be some interruptions here and there, some friendly faces that want to talk to
Not a problem, sir. That's what happens when you go live in the street. We all understand that. But like I said, I think this is not one of those drafts where it's a definitive number 1 player at any position. But there are a lot of players in this draft that can change franchises.
For sure.
Change the way things go.
Let's get right into it, man. Like, let's talk about our mock drafts. Who do you have number 1? Who's your first
Okay,
pick?
I'm going to tell you who I started with during the day at number 1. I started off with Aiden Hutchinson at number 1. And then I dropped him down, and I'm going to go Trayvon Walker number 1. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars have made a lot of noise about them liking him. I don't necessarily know if he's their best player to take at number 1, but from what I'm hearing, they're very much in love with this man, and I think there's your number 1 pick in this year's draft, my friend.
Okay, that's safe. That he's the actual favorite right now in terms of the Vegas bookmakers. So, I'm not going to disagree with that, but I don't think he's going number one.
Wow.
I think
Right away.
Ike Ekwonu, the offensive tackle.
Ekwonu, that's a big call.
It is. And I mean, the reason is look what Jacksonville's done this offseason. They spent too much money on wide receivers, in my opinion. Ones that aren't really, see what happens with Christian Kirk and the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
New coaching staff, new team. They've
Can
given.
we talk about that coaching staff? I mean, could it have?
Well, they're all in with Lawrence. They're all in with Lawrence. So, you got the number one pick from last year. You got all these wide receivers that have invested all this money in. You got to give Lawrence time. You know what I mean? You got to protect him. They extended Robinson. I just think they keep on going with that same mentality, and they had the best offensive lineman in the draft. Evan Neal, debatable. I kind of thought maybe they would go there, but it's just looking like. I mean, in my opinion, I think Ekwonu is the best pure talent with the most upside. That's the best way to put it. So
on the offensive line of the ball, you don't like Cross better?
No, I love Cross. Cross is legit too, but it's just Ekwonu.
How about Evan Neal?
Evan Neal's legit. Like I said, these are all winning tickets, but you got to pick one, right?
Right. True.
And I think Ekwonu is the one that has the most upside. If you watch the tape, like for a guy that big, like and that mean, he's so agile. He's so like, what do we like to refer to it on this show? The fast twitch.
Fast twitch, baby.
Quick twitch.
Shucking and driving, baby. One thing I will say is not like other drafts. Teams right now are going to have to draft for what they need more than the best player. I would say top 10, go for the best player. After that, you have a very big need.
Unless someone falls to you at a certain spot. Like, let's just say for whatever reason, like I got Sauce Gardner at 4 to the Jets.
Yeah.
Let's say for whatever
and that's
reason.
another player that's making a lot of noise, right?
Oh, dude, the guy's a beast.
Yeah.
But if he, for whatever reason, falls to 5, 6, 7, if a team doesn't necessarily need a corner, you may have to take him just on basic principle. You know what I mean? Like he's that good of a player. So again, I agree with you. You pick for the position that you need, but sometimes in these drafts, especially in the first round, a player just lands on your lap, and it's like you can't say no.
Well, that's why for me, Ekwonu is a brave pick because I don't think he's the best player at that position, and if they're going to protect Jacobs this year, they're going to need to protect that offensive line. So that's why I think they have a need for him. But I think they're going to go for the best player on the board. And that's, to me, that's either Trayvon Walker or it's Alan Hutchinson. So,
yeah, well,
Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson, I think, by default, I think Aiden Hutchinson, if Jacksonville wasn't going to go offensive line, Hutchinson would be the first pick. So he's going to slip to 2, and Detroit's going to take him. Like, I mean, played it.
And that's where I have him. I have him in Detroit.
So do I. Yeah, I got him going number 2 to Detroit. So then this begs the question: who do you have number 3 to Houston? Neal? You're picking Neal. I feel like you're taking Neal.
No, I'm going to surprise you with this. I'm going to go cornerback with them. I'm going to go Kingsley Jr. I'm going to go Derek Stingley Jr.
Ahead of Sauce Gardner. You think Stingley's going to be the first corner off the board? Wow, that's.
I'll tell you why. He's the one that interviewed with them the most, and they're the ones that have the most interest with them, and they literally are the worst franchise in football. So why wouldn't they do something stupid like that? But let's be honest. They got rid of Deshaun Jackson and didn't get a first-round draft pick for it. So it's not far off the radar that they're not bright.
Who?
In terms of what they do as an organization.
What do you mean Deshaun Watson? Who do you think get a first-round pick for? We talking.
No, they didn't get a first for him. They got a first from last year. They didn't get a first. They did not get a first for Deshaun. That's how goofy they are.
Yeah, they did get a first.
They did not get it. They did not get one. Their pick that they're picking right now is
the 13th pick.
Okay,
in the draft.
Here's the thing.
No. The 13th pick in the draft was Cleveland's, and it now belongs to Houston. What are we doing here?
Actually, no, it wasn't, sir. I don't have that in my notes. Let's talk.
Okay.
No,
we're not letting this go because this is the same guy. Let's recap. Like, you thought that Mike Williams retired. You thought he was.
Are we getting ready? Hold on. Are we getting ready to start?
What?
Do you actually have the draft in front of you, or do I have to
Yes,
tell you
it's
what's
on.
going
Roger Goodell's right here.
That's right. So, okay, here's a question that I want to ask you.
No, we're not going there. You don't ask me any questions. The Houston Texans are picking 13th overall. They got that pick from the Cleveland Browns in the Deshaun Watson trade.
Fair enough.
You need to hit the refresh button, have another chamomile tea, maybe try and shave off a few more little, and come back and try and be a professional, because this is embarrassing.
That really is not a problem, sir. Question. There are close to 17.
Alistair, you see what I have to deal with?
There are close to 17
Big
teams.
Brown, Grinder, like
Are we ready to
Susie?
listen? Are we ready to listen? There are close to 7 teams in this draft with 2 picks in the first round. Which team are we going to see movement?
There's going to be trades there, for sure. I'll give you that. Oh, Ice Cube rocking the Raiders jersey, coming on stage.
So here we go. So today for the draft kids, I'm at home. Sidekicks at the pub, doing what he does best, being a nuisance and
Running
drinking.
point, leading the way.
So he's going to run point because he's a bit earlier than I am.
And I
on the
seem to
actual
know
draft.
where the players are being picked and what teams are picking where.
So when the call is going to be made, it's actually going to be Sidekick that makes the call before I do.
I shouldn't be the sidekick anymore. Like, you're going on about Cleveland.
That's exactly what you are.
Unbelievable.
And in fact,
Terrible. Just terrible.
I'm going to have a toast
like
to
a
start off the
knuckle.
draft. To you, sir. And our 4th draft together. To you, sir.
And do we need to talk about the glass that you're? Like, what?
If you can't do it, that's not. Woo! If you can't do it, that's not my fault, B.
It's getting harder and harder to do these shows with you because, first of all, the shirt you're wearing, like, I didn't even brought that up.
Number 12, original Stitch. Roger Stockbuck, baby. Stop playing.
And then that glass that you just.
Right there.
That's the best glass you have in your house. Like, you don't have like just a nice solid 2-ouncer. Throw it back like a man.
That's 3.5 ounces, sir. So who's going to be right now? There's no way Quandu's going to
Oh, and by the way, all jokes aside, got the first payment, EMT number 1. Credit where credit's due. I know everyone was worried. I was getting phone calls and texts on a daily basis. Our boy, the Guru, has started the payment plan. The first $60 has landed in the account. And because of that, Sanchez is drinking for free today. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it in life.
By the way, Vegas is doing this in style as they handed it over to Derek Carr. I like that. Hometown boy.
You know what though? This Vegas draft party, it looks pretty lit. Like
We have a man on the streets over there.
Ticket Live Radio TV.
Live Radio TV is live over there.
Are we?
Said he's gonna call the show.
Are the phone lines open tonight? We're gonna get a few phone
The
calls.
phone lines are open, guys. The number to call 647-333-5483. 647 D-Live.
Nice.
Phone lines are open today.
Big Brown, I was hoping for a phone call, but shout out to my boy.
We
He's on
might
his
be-
way.
we
He's on
might
his
be
way with
joined
his
on the
beautiful.
podcast by Brother Angry when Seattle comes up.
Okay, so hopefully we got some people, but Big Brown wanted to join in, but he's on the jet plane. He's headed to Europe for 3 weeks with his beautiful bride. He's going to Rome. He's going to Venice. He's going to Greece. He's going to he's doing what I was supposed to do a couple years ago. So, Big Brown, shout out, safe travels, have a great time, and if you have the chance, hit the comment section and let us know what you're feeling about the Debo
Shut
trade.
up, Big Brown. Okay, so let's
When it
talk
goes
about
down, when it
let's
goes
talk
down.
immediate needs. So immediate needs for the Jaguars are offensive tackle, defensive edge, wide receiver, safety, and linebacker. And you think they're going with the offensive line?
Well, like you said, what was the first thing that you just rattled off? Offensive tackle.
Yeah.
I think they need help with linebacker. I mean, they do need help with tight end, but they're not going to address that in the first round. So that's what I'm sticking to what I wrote down in terms of what each team needs. Offensive tackle, Ike Ikwonu. Let's see how it goes. So Jacksonville's on the clock, 8 minutes. I don't think they're going to use the whole clock.
No, I don't know. They're definitely not going to.
I think that someone's going to be coming to the stage here pretty quick. Let's just do a little check here. What do you have on your screen? How much time do you have on the Jacksonville clock right now?
I have 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay. So I'm about 40 seconds.
Okay, so you are ahead. I figured that
Also about $440.
and to everybody on Facebook, to everybody on Twitch, to everybody on YouTube, you're gonna get a slight delay with us as well, about a 5-second delay. But stay with us. If you're watching it live like we are, don't worry, we know what's going on. It's just there's a slight delay in the new setup that we have going on right now.
While we wait
I
here,
love having you with
I
us.
want to jump down to the
Shout out to my
24th
man
pick.
Lux. What's up, Lux? I love
I
you,
want to
brother.
jump down to the 24th pick. Your Dallas Cowboys, because I know you've been itching to talk about it.
I'm gonna tell you what right now. It looks like there's movement.
Who do you got Dallas? Do you think Dallas is going to trade up? Do you think
Yeah,
Dallas
I do. I do. I definitely do. The rumblings all day about the Cowboys moving up. I think they're going to go after a receiver. If not, if any of the offensive linemen actually move down, I think they're going to grab them. But let me explain something to you. There might be.
Trade up or trade down.
This just in, breaking news from the owner, Milltown Pub. My boy Patty, he says Buffalo will absolutely not stay in their position. They will not pick at 25. Are they going to trade up?
They will trade up or they will trade back.
Okay, so they're doing something.
Okay,
It's
so
just it.
okay.
Hot take. The Buffalo Bills are doing something today.
I don't agree with that because I think Buffalo Bills stays where they're at and they grab the only running back in the first round and they win the Super Bowl. But here's another thing. Dallas may have a big secret that nobody knows. If Dallas does this and gets Nakobe Dean in the first round and goes after a linebacker, you can guarantee Micah Parsons is going to play the edge, and white boy season is over in the NFL for rushing the quarterback. J.J. Watt, bye. That clown in San Francisco, later. Brothers are taking over again.
White boy season in the NFL.
It's done. White boy
How
day
can
is
you
over.
disrespect the white LT like that? Like,
Not in anybody's life, my friend. Not here in anybody's life.
So we got opinions coming in left, right, and center. We got Buffalo fans. We got fucking San Francisco fans.
You can tell the San Francisco fans to go home. There's no need for them today. Or tell them to
Trust
have
me,
a
there's
drink.
absolutely need for them today because the biggest storyline is absolutely Deebo Samuel. Forget all this other stuff.
I have a question for you. Milltown Pub that you're at, are they responsible for that Milltown organic beer? Is that them or same people?
No, they're not a brewery.
All right. They should
not
make
sure.
their own. They should make their own beer though. Okay, question.
Maybe some-
Question.
maybe some.
The big teams, my friend. Are the Chiefs going to move up and grab a receiver? Are the Packers going to move up and get a receiver? I say 100%.
I think one of those teams is going to do it, and then whichever one doesn't will just sort of settle in with their second pick. The thing of it is Kansas City's picking 29th and 30th. Green Bay's 22 and 28. So the pressure's on KC. Like,
Yeah.
If everything stays where it is, Green Bay can kind of just lay in the weeds. Probably pick up Treylon Burks at 22. But
and grab a defensive tackle. You don't need that too.
no, for me, I have Jamison Williams on 21, one spot ahead of Green Bay to the New England Patriots. I think the Mac Jones, Jamison Williams, Alabama connection is in play.
Right. Which is actually good for Mac Jones.
But Jamison Williams would be perfect in Kansas City. Like, perfect. So, hey, Patty. Someone's messing with the TV again. This is craziness.
So my question to you, sir, you asked me, I'm going to ask you back. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys move up? If they do, what do they grab?
I don't think they do. I think they can get Olave at 24. I think Olave is there.
You think he's going to fall down that far?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah, and want to have a shot with me? I don't know why I asked. I should have just pointed at the coffee machine.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
The pick is in. Jaguars pick is in. In the next 30 seconds, we will know.
So let me ask you a question.
I'm going Iquanu, man.
Before we get to this pick, let me ask you a question, sir. Do you believe Houston goes for their quarterback in the future at number 3?
No. I'm telling
No
you,
chance?
Trayvon Walker is going to fall to them because Hutchinson goes in number 2.
Yeah, true.
And that third pick is too valuable to, I don't want to say waste, but the quarterbacks that are available right now, they're not worthy of those top 5 spots. I think the first quarterback goes to Carolina at 6. I think Malik Willis is a Carolina Panther.
I think so too.
Oh. This
Here we go,
just
kids.
in. The Dallas Cowboys have traded Dak Prescott for Jimmy.
Do you have nothing better to do with your time, man? Nothing. He's had one beer, and all of a sudden, he's like, by the way,
Did
my
you
brother
see
said you look.
Daryl's face for like 3.5 seconds? Like it was like,
Yeah. Okay. By the way,
okay, all right. All jokes
my,
aside, I had to go there. You know, I had to do that at least once.
my brother said you look Greek. He's like, who's the Greek guy you do the
Opa,
podcast with?
opa,
Exactly.
Spanakopita for all my friends. Spiros,
Scotty the Asian Greek.
Trayvon Walker.
There you
There it
go.
is.
There you go.
1 point for the guru.
Yeah, the rumblings were there, right? The rumblings were there that's what they wanted. I think it's a great pick. I don't think you can go wrong with that pick.
No, exactly. And like I said, they came down to 3 guys. I was trying to be a little creative and go with Iquanu.
Yeah, that was a big reach. That was a big
It wasn't a
reach.
big reach. But now we know Hutchinson is going to Detroit, right?
Right.
Pretty
Okay.
safe to say.
So do me a favor, my friend, and talk to me about your boy.
My boy? Who are you talking about? Hutchinson?
Yes, sir. No, talk to me
mean-
about the pick. Talk to me about the pick.
Oh, the last week. I mean, let's back it up a month. This kid wasn't even on the top 10 rating. He was like, I think 35 to 1 to be the first overall pick. And I don't know what it is, whether he interviewed well or, I mean, the combine was well before that. Everything kind of just came up aces for Trayvon Walker. And, I mean, he definitely he's got the last name right. That's clear fucking first overall.
Why did it take
material.
you that long to say that? Why did it take you that long to say that?
I
The
just-
whole show I was waiting. The whole show I was waiting.
Anyways, especially the last week, this kid's fucking stock has risen. I mean, he's athletic. Do my podcast. Come say hi. I got a bona fide Seahawks fan here.
Sorry.
No.
See,
Apologize to yourself, my friend.
He says, my partner says, apologize to yourself. He's a Cowboys fan, so I mean, fuck that.
What are you doing here? You don't even have a draft pick till tomorrow.
You know, I don't need your negativity. I don't need this guy's talking smack about draft
Good call.
picks.
Good call.
Sorry, man.
I'm not here about Debo. It's all about Debo, okay? Exactly. Okay, Lions pick is in. Hutchinson is going to be a Detroit Lion. Shout out to my brother, Chris Hashimoto. He was going on and on earlier today. He just wants an elite edge rusher, an elite white edge rusher. And now they have him.
Okay, so let's stay with Trayvon.
It's like Nick Bosa light. That's what we call this guy.
So let's talk about why Trayvon moved up so fast. Because I mean, the consensus, if you said a month ago, it was Hutchinson guaranteed. Trayvon just had momentum. You saw it coming. You saw it moving up. You saw.
Honestly,
that,
it kind of throws me off how things can shift that quickly. Like, what is it that made him all of a sudden jump Hutchinson for the first?
By the way, your girlfriend Paula says hello. Your girlfriend Paula's out there.
Oh,
and what's
Paula.
up, the man Richard T?
I don't know if we have a couple hours here, Paula. I'm at Milltown.
By the way,
We
Richard,
would like to break
let me
some
know-
bread.
Let me know when that patio opens. I'm ready. I'm in. I'm hungry.
Patio's open.
No, I'm talking about sorry. I should have said patio when the terrace is open. I'm talking to Richard T right now.
Did
Who,
you say
by the
ter-
way,
do you call
is
it a
Cowboy
terrace?
is.
You
I
call
can't
it
even
a
call him a cowboy.
You call it a
Cowboy is.
terrace? Is that what you just call the patio?
Terrace,
A
my
terrace?
friend. Have some class.
That's kind of the weird lingo they use of it. I apologize. People.
Hello, Paula.
Where's Susie? Where's Susie? That's what I want to know. Because
She's been busy. Summertime, she's busy with her clothing line. She's busy with helping for cancer and raising.
busy
funds.
looking beautiful. I get it. I know.
Listen, you talk to Susie on your own time, not during the podcast.
I will. We have Zoom
Thank you.
calls every week, so just don't be jealous. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about why you think he moved up. Why did he move up?
Honestly, it must be something just that in the private circles, they just felt like there was something that Walker brought to the table that Hutchinson didn't. I think these are both winners. Like these two guys, you know what it is? Maybe the sample size for Hutchinson. He had a crazy season last year, but before that, not so much. So maybe that played into it. I don't know. But either way, I think both of these guys are legit.
My boy just sent a text message that's really funny. How fast did the Lions jump on that pick? They did not even blink.
Oh no, they were praying. What again? But if Hutchinson goes first, then they take Walker. So I think those two picks are interchangeable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now Houston's on the clock. Now this is the one where again.
Okay, no, wait a minute. Talk to the people about your boy Hutchinson, being that he's white. Go ahead.
Why does it have to always be white? Like I told you, this is like Nick Bosa light. You know, he's good. I mean, he's not Nick Bosa. I mean, who is? Only LT. But this guy provides an anchor for this defense for the foreseeable future. And I mean, that's what Detroit needs, right? Let's not forget, Detroit has another pick. They picked up the 32nd pick overall in the Stafford deal. A lot of people are saying that that's where they're going to go to pick up their quarterback of the future. I think Goff will still be the starter this year, but there's a team that might want to move up. Detroit at 32. Maybe they want to jump up Detroit. Maybe they got their eye on another guy.
Yeah.
Because Detroit, to me, their number one need was wide receiver. I think in this position, you're obviously not going to take the wide open. You took the best player on the board.
Absolutely.
But again, at 32, those top 6 wide receivers are not going to be available. If they don't move up, I'm looking at my mock draft. I have them taking George Pickens. I think George Pickens is one of these names that, you know, there's some character issues being thrown around, but based on pure talent, I've heard some of these scouts saying he's a top 10 pick. So
Yeah.
let's see what Detroit does. I mean, so far so good. You get, as of a week ago, first overall selection in the number 2 spot. And like I said, 2 picks down, no trades, right? I'm telling you, top 10, top 10, there's going to be no trades.
My question right now is, what is the possibility for a trade now? We're talking about Houston.
Texans aren't trading.
Nothing's out of the realm of the possibility for Houston right now. So what does Houston do right? By the way, Houston we know is in a rebuild, but they also have 10 picks in this draft. They can turn it around this year.
Texans, the pick is in, so they definitely did not trade it. Now this throws me for a loop for my mock draft because I mean I don't think they take a tackle, but I mean, you know what?
Right here, my friend, I have your boy Kwanu going. I got them taking.
I wouldn't be surprised. But again, Evan Neal's in play. Charles Cross is in play.
Your boy Jason is here. What is up, Jason?
Here's a question for you in terms of Houston. Is Davis Mills the guy? Like, do they believe that he is the guy that's gonna? Because he looked halfway decent down the stretch last year with a pretty pedestrian supporting cast, right?
But that's the thing about Houston. I think Houston is a very underrated team going into this draft. With 10 picks, you can turn everything around this year. But I'll tell you what, it all starts with this pick right here. If they mess this up right now, it's going to set a state for the whole draft right now. So, okay, can we say?
I want to give a quick shout out to Mel Kiper. It's been like over a decade I've been watching this guy doing the draft.
Right.
Still has a majestic haircut. Like it should be gone by now. And it's like for a guy that's pushing 70, he must be. He's been around forever.
My question about Kuiper is he ever going to be right about anything? Is he ever going to be
No, that's
right?
the one thing. I don't know how I should be Mel Kiper. For a guy that's wrong that much. Like, hey,
It's insane.
to Mel Kiper.
To Mel. Let me get that in. Mel, you're 20 years deep without a clue. To you, salute.
One shot, baby. That's how we do it.
Hey, yeah.
Another caramel beverage thrown down by the white man.
Actually, so what is your beverage of choice today beside the?
Well, this was a Shaft. This is a Milltown staple. It's vodka and Kahlua and coffee and milk. It's a fantastic little pick-me-up.
Yeah, it's also called the Brown Cow. Are you serious right now?
No, you're the brown cow. Let's get it straight.
A White Russian
the
is actually what it's called.
No,
It's called a White Russian.
that's not a White Russian. A White Russian doesn't. No, White Russian is a little variation. You should know
White
this.
Russian is
That's
either
your
cream or milk, but you're drinking a White Russian.
That's not a White Russian.
No, what do I know about bartending? I've only been doing it for 80 years. What do I know?
Yeah,
You're right.
exactly. Yeah. What do you
bad.
know? You
My
thought
bad.
the Cleveland Browns kept their first round pick. You thought Mike Williams was traded or. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna come back to you with what a White Russian actually is because it's not that.
I'll tell you what it isn't. It ain't you. Now, let's go to Houston, my friend. Does Houston mess this up right now?
The one thing I'm upset about is
You know what I'm worried about? Okay, what about taking Cross? Would they take Cross right now?
Already?
Stingley Jr.
The guru is in the building. The guru is here. The guru owns the NFL draft, ladies and gentlemen.
Somewhere Sauce Gardner is like, what the?
You know what? They were talking.
That's early. I thought Sauce Gardner was the first cornerback off the board. But
Talk to the guru.
you know what? The guru called it. You said Stingley's going to be the first cornerback off the board. I was like, oh, my man's drinking again. My man's on the sauce.
Let's tell the truth. It's almost 3 years I've been running you during these drafts. If you and go back and look at the tape.
I'll give you that. You're fantastic at the drafts, and then after that, the wheels fall off. Like
I'll let you
you can't make the playoffs. San Francisco bitch slaps you out of the. But again, this is your day. You're fantastic in April. So.
Is there any? Okay, I don't think there's any movement with this draft from the Jets. By the way, okay, talk about your boy. By the way, let me give you a second to tell the people about your boy right now.
I mean, he's an excellent football player. I think that's a reach. You called it, man. Like, this is the franchise that fucks things up. I think if you really like Stingley, they could have traded back. They could have moved back to 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, because I still think that Sauce Gardner goes next to the Jets. I think the Jets. Wow. I don't know. Maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe there's something on that tape that. And again, maybe this is when schools come into play. Sauce Gardner is a Cincinnati guy. Stingley's an LSU guy. Bigger program. I don't know. I'm confused right now, man. I'm confused. But again, that's 3 picks down, no trades. Do the Jets take Gardner next? Because on my list, the Jets need a corner.
On my list, I got Iquanu. I got your boy going to the Jets.
They do need a tackle. I thought you were higher on Evan Neal. I thought Evan Neal was your boy.
I am, but I think he's going to the Giants. I think the Giants want him. I think the Giants like him. But you got me looking. I'm not gonna lie. You got me looking at Cross, and I like him now. I like him a lot. Like, I just think
I actually have Cross because I have Iquanu as the best tackle. I got Evan Neal right behind him, and I got Charles Cross third. But because of what we talked about, teams taking their needs, going after the players and positions that actually are more relevant, I have Cross falling all the way down to 14 on Baltimore.
Do you really? That far down?
Yeah.
No.
Not because he's that much further behind.
No. I know for a fact the Cowboys would trade up and grab him before that ever even thought of happening. He would never go that far with the Cowboys jumping up and going to get him. There's no way he would fall that far.
Trust me, Houston's not the only team in Texas that fucks things up. Dallas will not let
Hold
us
on.
go.
The Cowboys don't. Can I say something that I was going to bring up at the beginning of the show, sir?
I love it when I say things that make Daryl reset 3 times in one sentence. That's how I know I did it right.
The Cowboys have 3 players that are Pro Bowlers from drafting. And if I'll tell you something about the Dallas Cowboys right now. If we have a problem signing players, it's because we do such a good job of drafting that we can't hold on to our homegrown talent.
But then at the end of the day, you lose to San Francisco, and then you're out. So it's sort of like, good job. Like, give it the old college try there, Daryl.
I will let you tell it. By the way, anybody watching the draft right now, please listen to the Guru. The Guru will get you straight right now. Plus, here's the thing about the Jets. If the Jets want, you were saying in an early draft show, the Jets have to get on that offensive side of the ball, not as much as the defense. I think you want them to build defense a bit more.
I didn't say
if
that.
they have to build the offense. But this is a good start with Iquanu. This is a good start to get their quarterback protected, to get that
Let's
line
not forget,
solid.
though, the Jets have 2 of the next 6 picks.
That's what I'm saying.
Or 7 picks. So I think they take Gardner here, and if they don't pull the trigger, or if they're not able to pull the trigger on the Debo deal, because
so wait a minute, you like Gardner right now?
I'm picking Gardner all the way. I think Gardner's the guy. No, again, they wanted Tyreek Hill. They were all in on Tyreek Hill. They missed out. Now that they have a chance at Debo, I think right now there's conversations right now with the Jets brass and our boy Lynch and Shanahan about Debo, but I just don't see them honing up what San Francisco needs to make that deal happen. So at 10, they may address the offensive side of the ball. Like, I mean, I have, but again, I think because of Robert Saleh, because of the defensive approach of the New York Jets,
By the way, their pick is
how
in.
sick would it be if you took Gardner and then at 10 you took Thibodeau? You could reset that defense in a hot fucking minute.
And
So,
you know what? And they got a shot of doing that right now. Thibodeau, for some reason, is falling. I love this kid. I love.
did you see his
this kid.
suit though?
I know. His brother's from down south. We can do. And he has a
No,
French
I
name.
mean he's going on his Dolce Gabbana.
By the way, his name is pronounced Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
On se calme, là. C'est
Tabarnak.
Thibodeau.
Tabarnak Thibodeau.
Don't do that.
Thibodeau Tabarnak. Comme ci, comme ça. Fermez la bouche.
Please don't do that.
That's all I know. Je m'appelle Sanchez.
But look. The Jets right now, where they're sitting, like you said, they got a chance to revamp the defense in a real way or the offense.
No, but they're,
NFL draft, the Jets pick, it doesn't matter because you got Zach Wilson as a quarterback.
hey man, they're all in on Zach Wilson. They like the guy. They got Elijah Mitchell.
They actually do like Zach
They
Wilson.
got Corey Davis. They're taking
Okay.
Sauce Gardner right here. So I'm calling right now. Sauce
So here's
Gardner.
the thing:
going to
if they
be-
let Zach, don't they protect him right now with Iquanu?
To be fair, the third thing on my list for the Jets after cornerback and edge is offensive tackle. Ikwanu's a great pick.
Wait a
But
minute, I didn't even look at their needs. Their needs are immediately safety, linebacker, cornerback, wide receiver, offensive tackle.
my number one is corner. They need a fucking corner, and Sauce Gardner checks off that box 218. This is a kid who did not give up one touchdown in college.
Isn't
Think
that
about that for a
crazy?
second. Like that's I mean, again, that means people aren't throwing at him.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like the Deion Sanders thing back in the day.
Right.
I was like, well, the stats weren't what they were supposed to be. But no one's throwing at him, right?
This is
Ahmad.
But wait a minute. If they do take Gardner, does that mean the Giants are open to take Iquanu now?
What I say. This kid, when a kid does not give up one touchdown in college, the writing's on the wall. This kid is a stud. Like there was talk about a month ago that this kid might have been the first overall pick, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't have objected to that.
True.
He's that good of a player, man.
And a lot of people love him.
And again, now let's just say Thibodeau is available at 10. Oh, sorry, Thibodeau.
Better.
Thibodeau.
Gardner, there you go.
All right. So sometimes the guru's right, sometimes Sanchez is right. At the end of the day, the guru always just has to pay Sanchez money. So that's where we're at.
You know what makes me upset about that? The Giants now have a chance.
And let's not forget the Jets or the Giants, pardon me, have 2 of the next 3 picks. They're picking
That's
5.
what I'm saying.
They're picking 7. And another wrinkle. They came out and publicly said today that they are not extending Danny Dimes. They are not giving him his 5th year.
Oh, they're not.
They're not. So could we see a quarterback? Could we see the first quarterback off the board?
I don't. You know what? I don't think so. Tell the people about Sauce and why you love him, my friend.
I'll repeat what I just said. I mean, kid didn't give up any touchdowns. The kid's a fucking baller. Like, and you know what the other thing about him too, the stuff that's not going to show up on tape, it's not going to be at the combine. It's his confidence. The kid's got swag. Like, he believes in himself. I mean, I'm not putting him in that upper echelon of prime time. But when you see guys that have that belief in their abilities, and you don't see that all the time. You know what I mean? He has this, and again, played at Cincinnati.
Like
It's a
unmatched.
sport.
Like he has it for real though. Not showboating, not gloating.
And he goes to a fantastic fucking landing spot because say what you want about fucking Robert Saleh. The guy is a defensive fucking.
That's what he
genius.
does. That's what he does.
He's going to get the right. Look at the longest reception he gave up. 13 yards. Never mind the touchdowns.
He is a straight baller.
He is, man. He is a fucking
And
beast.
listen, I don't want to say the D name. But people have been mentioning him in the same words as Dion. They're saying he's shut down to the
And
point
again, I
where-
don't want to go there yet because Dion's a different animal. But what I do, the parallel that I will draw is the fact that they have that belief in themselves. They have that confidence. And I think this is a fantastic pick. I think he's going to be great for the New York Jets. And I think that Thibodeau would be a fucking what a 1-2 punch.
I agree 100%. Now, here's the thing. The Giants have their pick of the litter right now.
They're
The
going
Giants-
tackle. They're going tackle right now.
They
Now,
have to.
I
But they
thought
have to pick in the
Ekwonu was
litter.
gonna be
They get
I
whatever
thought,
one they
I
want
thought
right now.
Ekwonu was going to be the first overall.
You're going to take Ekwonu over Cross and Evans?
I am, but if Evans or Cross goes here, I'm not going to have any problem with that either because their number one need absolutely is offensive tackle.
I'm
What
going
I'd like,
to
what I'd like to see out of the Giants right now, though, is you pick your tackle, you let Carolina do what you're going to do, you take that 7th pick, and you trade down. And again, I still said there's not going to be any trades in the top 10. But if the Giants are able to trade down and take that 7th pick and parlay that into, say,
another 3? Yeah.
that's how you win the draft.
Yeah.
You get the
But I
best
think-
fucking tackle, the number one guy on your board. You address the number one need for your team, and you take the 7th pick, and you parlay that into another first and plus. Now you're getting into the 49ers category. Like that, you're becoming a San Francisco 49er.
I feel you. When did they pick again? Oh, sorry. Let's move on. Here's the thing, sir. The Giants right now, which I didn't want them to get into position, and you're in that position now. I said they're going to take Evans because you know I love Evans, but something is sneaking inside my system that says they're going to take Cross.
No,
because I think Cross is NFL big league ready right now.
Ekwonu.
They
How
grab
about this?
Ekwonu.
How about we do a little wager on this one? I'll
Okay,
take Ekwonu. You take whoever it is that you're going
I'll
to
take
take.
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal, and I take Ekwonu. The
Yeah,
pick is in. Okay, for how much? $20?
$20.
Okay, off the debt. See, I'm playing with those money, so this is fun. These are fucking fun coupons for me. It's call them fun coupons.
Should I pay you on your boat? Should I pay you on your boat?
Just make sure you bring your fucking agent, friend. I want that
Wow.
FBI agent. Fucking.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, right
You want
now,
some lobster? You want some lobster? You want some cocktail?
but you know what? The Giants have been looking at Evan Neal the whole time. They haven't looked at anybody else.
Come on, they haven't been looking at anybody else. They've been looking at everybody. But I think
But
Ekwonu is the
Cross is, I don't know.
No, Cross. It'd be funny if they take Cross. You take Neal, I take Ekwonu.
They take Cross, yeah. But you know what? Asterisk right here, I say Cross. Just before the draft started, I changed my mind and I said Cross. I'm not gonna lie. But I will say this about the Giants. The Giants are another one of those teams that have a chance to turn their franchise around with this draft because of what you just said. Take that second first round pick, get rid of it. Get capital. Get more picks.
Although the top 2 needs that I have for the Giants. Okay, hold on. Pick is in. I'll come back to this in a second. Let's go, Ekwonu.
I got cornerback, offensive tackle, guard, safety, and offensive tackle. Let's go, Giants.
No, I was gonna say something. Leave it alone.
You will after a couple more drinks. Don't worry about it.
To Make a Wish Foundation moment. To Make a Wish Foundation moment.
Don't keep it in.
I haven't had enough liquor tonight to say what it was.
I'm saying you will in a little while. To everybody joining us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, hit the share
the fact that they've
Hit
got
that
this
bell.
kid, I think this
Subscribe.
kid's gonna do the announcement. I'll almost guarantee they're not going to take Ekwonu because there's no way this kid's going to pronounce it right. It's going to be Evan Neal.
Don't. This is why you have bad luck in life. Like, don't. You're getting fired up though. He's fired up.
Thibodeau just
It's a
went.
Thibodeau?
And it's funny that this just happened because I was about to say before the pick was in, offensive tackle and edge rusher are the 2 things that the Giants need. You know what? I think they looked at it and they went, Thibodeau might not be available at 7, but
Yep.
we're going to have either Cross or Evan Neal or Ekwonu available at 7. So let's take the fucking edge rusher now and let's fucking take the offense.
You know what? Not a bad pick at all. I don't want him in
No,
my
not at all.
division.
I mean, up until about 2 weeks ago, Thibodeau was the consensus
Who's the man?
number 1 overall pick, right?
Talk to the people about Thibodeau, my friend, until I do.
You know what? Oozing with potential. Like this kid has He checks off all these. It's just he's undersized. That's the one thing that I think dropped his draft stock, because you look at Hutchinson, you look at Walker, they're just a little bit bigger. He's more lean. He looks almost like an outside linebacker, as opposed to an actual natural edge rusher. But let's not forget, the kid is strong. The kid is fucking powerful. He's fast. He's dynamic. So I think somewhere in New York Jets land, there's people that are pissed off because they thought maybe he was going to slip. But I think this is actually a really good pick for the Giants, just because you address one of the more pressing needs on your team, and you still, because of the 7th pick, have the ability. And now I'm going to say it for sure: they're not trading that 7th pick. They're going to
there's no way.
They're taking one of those tackles.
And you know what? Really good draft for the Giants so far. Because you're going to get 2 franchise players that can start right away and make a difference right away.
I got to bring up the suit.
Another one?
I don't like this outfit.
Okay, first of all, what are we at, the Oscars? You're judging brothers by the suits they're wearing? Is that how we're doing this?
Oh, wow. Make-A-Wish Foundation guys back on the stage.
Will you stop?
That's pretty cool. No, it's pretty cool. Like he's going to attack Roger Goodell. It'll be the moment of the draft. He's going to attack Roger Goodell. And Roger Goodell can't.
Wait a minute. If he's back on the stage, does that mean the Giants traded with the Carolina Panthers?
No. There's still Thibodeau's out there. They're doing the whole thing.
Question, sir. Are we going to see the first quarterback come off the board right now?
I'm sticking with it. Malik Willis. Malik Willis to the Carolina Panthers next.
My pick for them was Malik Willis. If not Malik Willis, Evan Neal. Now.
Yes. Well, no. Equanimity, because I think tackle is what they need. But I don't. No, again, this is one of those things we talked about off the air, just for fun. Carolina needs a quarterback. Carolina was linked to Debo. Debo's from South Carolina. He played his college ball at South Carolina. Imagine a fucking blockbuster trade where San Francisco trades Jimmy G and Debo. I don't understand. Like, why you lost?
I'll tell you why. Why are we talking about Debo Samuel right now? Yes, what are we talking about?
You know why? Because he's not getting traded and he's staying in San Francisco. That's why.
Good. Let him stay there. Nobody rot. Let them break up your body. Let the slave owner make you run and use your fast twitch and all of that. And his name is Lynch, by the way, and lynch you. Go ahead, Debo. What do I care? You only got 2 more years left in the league anyway.
There's nothing wrong with that last name. Strong name.
Yeah, strong name. Exactly. Garbage.
Here's
my pick.
Yeah, you know what? I think Malik. All right, Patty. Is Malik Willis next? Is Malik Willis next?
My pick for the Carolina Panthers is Evan Neal. I want to go quarterback, but I think
things are going to get exciting around the mid-20s.
But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. I had Tebow going to Atlanta, right? Now that he's not going to Atlanta, are you grabbing a quarterback?
I'm glad you brought up Atlanta, because I have 3-4 needs for every team.
Yeah.
Except for the Falcons. The Falcons, I have quarterback, running back, safety, linebacker, wide receiver, edge, and offensive tackle. I ran out of room at the end of the page because I was going to add kicker, special teams, defensive coordinator, and a caramel-colored guru. They need all these things.
Facts.
So
I'm going to tell you what I have right now going for Carolina. Quarterback, offensive tackle, guard, center, and wide receiver.
Now, if Malik Willis doesn't go here, because you want to talk about trading back, you want to talk about turning one thing into 5, Atlanta should be really firing up the phone lines and seeing if they can move back, take that 9th pick, and get this, that, and the other thing. Because they might have the worst roster in football right now.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Marcus Mariota. I like Marcus Mariota.
But he's not your guy.
You're talking about, you just made a backup quarterback your starter, your franchise. Like, no, that's not the way you do things.
By the way, Carolina, the pick is in.
I'm on a commercial break right here, so maybe you're ahead of me.
No, I just want to let everybody know the pick is in.
So again, like I said, the trades are not happening until later, my man. And one of those trades that's not happening is Debo. Debo's staying in the Bay.
Nobody cares. Can we not talk about
Hey,
Debo?
Alistair cares, Verinder cares, Susie cares, Jamie cares, Sam cares.
The San Francisco 49ers do not have a pick in this draft. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to
We
hear it.
will. We will. Jimmy G's going to get traded, the 27th pick. We are going to be in the first round. So, are we going to redo the bet for the? Let's just assume that Malik Willis goes right now,
Right.
and now we're back to the Giants with an offensive tackle.
Yeah, we'll keep it alive.
So you're sticking with Evan Neal, and I'm sticking with Iquanu, right?
We'll keep it alive. But Evan Neal can very much go right now.
Or Iquanu.
Either
Or
one, yeah.
Cross. All
Either
three
one.
of those tackles, pardon me, could go right now. Absolutely.
The fact that they're dropping right now is making me happier than you could possibly imagine. Because
It's not.
it
happening.
also
It's not going all the way down.
wait, no, but let me tell you what it's doing. By them dropping down like this, it's giving
You can
people
trade
thought,
up.
but it's also putting the wide receivers in play. And I need both. So
Well,
the
to be
value
fair-
for what I can get is
To be
going
fair,
up right now.
I had 7 wide receivers going in the first round, but the first one doesn't go until 11. So
Yeah, true.
you know how it goes. No one touches them, and all of a sudden one happens, and it's that fucking snowball effect, and everyone starts like, okay, scrambling, we got to get our guy.
Yeah.
Once the first one goes, then
say what you
then
want
it
to say. Like when goes.
I'd also like to point out on Brothers Talk About the first overall pick in this 2022 NFL draft was a Walker. Just wanted to update the folks.
The only thing we can guarantee is it'll never be Otis. It'll never be Otis.
Oh no, Otis is going to be an accountant with a parole officer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mel Kiper.
He's destined for
You
mediocrity.
know what? Here's the new game. Every time we see Mel Kiper, we take a shot. So here we go, sir. Here
Hey,
we
Patty,
go.
what do you think? Every time we see Mel Kiper, we have to take a shot.
Here
That's
we
the
go.
new game.
So grab yourself another.
Patty's it.
Yeah, grab yourself another White Russian.
It's not a White Russian. White Russian is not what we were drinking. That's a shaft.
That's a White Russian, sir. Even the brothers are laughing at you. Jason called you a brown cow. Okay, so give me your
Okay,
needs.
first
Give
of
me
all,
your
White
needs right
Russian
now.
does not have cold brew coffee in it. It doesn't have coffee in it.
Okay,
It's
I didn't know.
Kahlua
I
and
didn't,
milk.
you didn't say coffee the first
I
time.
did. Okay, wind it back. Yes, I did. Cold brew coffee, vodka, Kahlua, and milk.
Could you be more goofy, Vancouver? Cold brew coffee.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Cold brew.
And then 2 of them. Okay,
What are your needs for them right now?
Iquanu.
Iquanu went?
$20
You know
to
what?
the good guys.
I knew it was going to be an offensive lineman. I
That's
knew it was
$20
gonna
to
be
the good guys. First offensive tackle off the board.
Yep.
So let's update. We were at 440. We went to
No.
390.
We said if that goes back to the Giants, the bet was
Calm down,
on.
brother. Calm down.
Relax.
Just calm down.
Relax.
You lost $20.
Hold on. No. We said, given the fact that we thought
Okay. I was trying to do what I do.
exactly.
The hedger came up. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Did you hear Daryl there?
I'm sorry, Daryl. I'll leave the podcast right now. Stop your lies. Don't really? Really?
Someone's up in his feelings because he almost lost $20.
You're an idiot. Always
So
been.
now, Malik. Okay, so the quarterback.
So
Man,
now we
They're
have
throwing us
said-
for a loop here.
now we have what I really said. So I originally said Evan
Neal
goes
to the Giants. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think Evan Neal absolutely has to go to the Giants.
But here's where the draft starts becoming a draft now. If there's going to be movement, it's going to be coming up right now. Atlanta may make a move.
Could be. Or Atlanta could go Malik Willis. They're the next Michael Vick might have just fallen into their lap.
Actually, tell the people about Iquanu, my friend, when I change this up.
Okay, well, I mean, let's wind it back to why I thought he was the. By the way, best suit so far of the draft is Mr. Iquanu. Like, he looks fucking sharp. Like, I like this guy's flair. He looks like the son of the deposed king of Nigeria. It's fucking. Send that guy an e-transfer.
I made enough money to build a village for my family now. I built a hospital for
I
my
will send
family.
emails to all of these people, and they will support me and my king father. You know what? The fact that, again, 6 overall, I thought he was going to be number 1, the most athletic. tackle in the draft. And again, it all boils down to upside. I think it's just what the potential that he has trumps Evan Neal and Charles Cross. And no disrespect to those two because they are potential Pro Bowlers for a long time. But again,
Well, you actually like him that much, eh?
I do. I think
What is it about you? that you
Lewis
like that
Riddick's
much?
looking good tonight too. I gotta give it to my man. He went with the fuchsia ensemble.
Literally, when did you turn into Joan Rivers? Like, what is going on right now?
Okay, Booger McFarland looks like a bum. We good? He looks
Okay,
lazy.
so Kwanu, is he a franchise changer? Is he a game
Absolutely.
changer?
Absolutely. I mean,
Does that- wait a
the
minute,
Giants.
question?
The pick is in. The pick is in for the Giants. Like not even. They didn't even have
So
time to bring.
we know they're going offensive line.
They didn't have time to bring Make a Wish Foundation back onto the stage. They were just like, no, let's just do this.
So we can say that it's either going to be Cross or it's either going to be Evan.
No, it's Neil. It's Neil.
Neil, sorry, yeah,
Evan Neil.
Evan Neal.
Yeah. But you know what though? We've seen some curveballs so far.
Listen,
Who knows?
they're saying they like Cross. So who knows?
But you know what?
Could they really mess everybody up and take a wide receiver right now? They need one badly.
No. They got too much money tied up still with Galladay and fucking no. I think for the Giants need a tackle, but the second need for them, for me, was linebacker. The first linebacker off the
Kobe
board
Dean?
should Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd's the number one linebacker.
You like Devin Lloyd over Nakobe Dean?
Absolutely, not even close.
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd is like Micah Parsons. Like if Micah Parsons could play football, that's the kind of talent that we're talking about. So I was waiting for you to bring in the sound effects. That was good though. It's good.
It's painful.
But I just don't see how you can bypass a tackle in this position. Like, especially Evan Neal. No. Let's look at Mel Kiper's best available. That's a name we haven't even said once tonight. Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
Kyle Hamilton is like, that's a bad man. And now we're sitting on the edge of the top 10, and he's not even in play. So, let's see what happens here. I think Evan Neal is the pick.
I think so too.
Well, here's the thing too. My mock draft, I actually had Evan Neal going 5th to the Giants, and then Kyle Hamilton going to the Giants at 7th. Offense and defense.
But we can agree.
I would not be surprised if Kyle Hamilton's name gets called here.
But we have to agree that Giants have to go to the offensive side of the ball right now. Haven't taken Thibodeau. They have to go.
No,
They have to protect Danny Dimes.
Evan Neal.
So I give
They got
myself-
Evan Neal and Thibodeau. That's a good 1-2 punch for that team.
That's insane. That's what you have to do in the draft.
Yeah. And you know what though? I
So,
gotta say right now, Evan Neal might be one of the sharpest looking men walking on the stage.
So
Didn't
wait a
go-
minute. The
didn't
pick
go with
was
the
Evan
flash.
Neal?
Yeah, Evan Neal. He is a New York football giant.
All right, talk to the people about Evan Neal, my friend.
And Joan Rivers says, when you have a nice dark blue suit with brown shoes, it's a stylish combo. You can learn a couple things here, caramel colored guru.
I'll let you tell the people about Evan Neal, my friend.
Him, Kwanu, Cross, we were all sort of like, one of these guys could be the first overall pick, and now he just fell to the number 7 spot. It addressed probably one of the biggest needs by the New York Giants. They got to protect the quarterback. The question is, who's the quarterback going to be? Danny Dimes has one more year to prove it, but the fact that they didn't pick up their option for the writing's on the wall. I like this pick. I think by taking Thibodeau and Evan Neal, so far the Giants are winning the draft, right?
I don't even think it's yeah. I mean, it just started, but I mean, look, you got game changers on both sides of the ball, right? And you got players. Okay, here's the thing that I wanted to say at the beginning of the draft. Picks 1 through 10. Why didn't you think I was going to see a lot of movement? Is because picks 1 through 10 are the players that you were going to see make an immediate impact on your team. Where when you draft them, they can start right away and make an impact right away. And the Giants just got 2 of them on both sides of the ball. So as much as I hate them, kudos to them And shout out to my boy Whitey, who I called before the draft to let him know there's a big chance the Giants can do what they just did or mess it up. And they didn't mess it up. So kudos to the Giants, my friend.
Yeah, I gotta say right now, I apologize to all the viewers, all 6 of you out there watching the show right now. I'm gonna have to defer to the guru. I think you're gonna have to run point for a minute because I gotta step outside and have a little smoke. I'll wait for the next commercial break. Atlanta's on the clock. I'll wait till the end of the top 10. But after that, once the Commanders are on the clock, I've basically lost interest.
Oh my gosh. Commanders are going to get a good receiver to go with McLaren, by the way.
Drake London. Calling it right now. Drake London is going short of some crazy trade shit. Drake London's going to be because that's like thunder and lightning, man. Like McLaurin and Drake London.
100%. And don't get it. And you know what? They're going to revive Carson Wentz.
Well, here's the thing too. People are focused on Carson Wentz his last game, right? When he lost to the Jaguars, cost themselves a playoff spot. If you look at Carson Wentz's numbers last year, just purely the numbers, hey buddy, it wasn't atrocious. Like he actually played pretty good football, right? He's not done. He's not some bum. He's not a write-off.
I agree 100%.
And I mean, what's that? Trayvon Walker with Antonio Gibson, with McLaurin, with potentially Drake London,
Look,
with the
that's a good
defense,
football team.
that can turn the ball, get turnovers, and put your offense on the field in good position. I can see a huge revitalization with Carson
100%.
Wentz this year. So
It's kind of scary, a little bit.
and look at this, no more trades. Atlanta, the pick is in. Do they go quarterback? I think they kind of have to here, right?
They have to. They have to get their quarterback in the future now. They have to.
And is it Malik Willis or is it Kenny Pickett?
Malik Willis for sure.
I mean, here's a franchise that had Matt Ryan for a decade and a half.
By the way, why is nobody talking about Matt Ryan? What
Okay,
happened?
sorry. He said Falcons Colts trade, but this. So
This
they're
pick comes from that
they're
trade.
updating the trade that happened for Matt Ryan. I was like, what the
Right.
fuck? They just traded him.
So my question is, why is nobody talking about Matt Ryan going to get Julio Jones over there with Indy? He's still available. By the way, a lot of people aren't realizing too, a lot of these moves today are based on tomorrow because you don't have any compensation for free agents after tomorrow. Free agency is going to keep moving. Look,
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about Julio before. I think a big thing with Julio is there's a concern about his health. I think it's almost like GMs are resigned to the fact that if you're going to bring him on, he's only going to be playing half the games.
yeah,
Like his body's breaking down, right? He's had a long career. Like anyone who thinks that Julio is going to step up this year and play 17 games, you're lost. It's not happening. Now,
Right.
in the right situation, with the right quarterback, with the right load management, he could be. Again, we talk about Green Bay, we talk about Dallas. Like there's teams that could utilize Julio. So, but he's not going to be Julio of old. Make no mistake.
facts. Now here's another question that I have for you. Your list of Atlanta's needs were way too long, and they fell off.
Drake London goes to the Atlanta Falcons.
They grabbed Drake London? Huge!
So much for the fucking Commanders.
Huge. And thank you for getting him out of my division. Huge. Tell the people about Drake London, my friend.
Well, we talked about Julio. You lost Julio. He's done. I guess they're saying we're going to replace him with this gentleman right here.
And
The measurables of this man are off the charts. His catch radius, his speed, his fucking. I'm not upset by this pick at all as in terms of the first receiver off the board. I still think Jameson Williams, if he doesn't hurt his knee, is the best receiver in this draft, and he goes first. But
that's what I was just about to ask you.
no, again, though, with all the needs that Atlanta has, no disrespect to Drake London, but I feel like if you were able to pull off a trade and turn that one pick into 3 or 4, you're going to be better off. But clearly, Atlanta feels like this is the centerpiece that they want to build. Again, let's not forget, still got Cordell Patterson. Ridley's going to be gone for the year, but he's going to be back. Maybe that's why Mariota is just sort of that bridge quarterback. They're like, let's let Drake London learn for a season, and then next year's draft or free agency, they look at adding a wide or the quarterback that they want. Or best case scenario, Mariota turns into the guy.
So
Like,
my
for them,
question, other than his size and what he brings on paper, why did you like Drake London over Garrett?
I didn't. I thought Garrett Wilson was going to be the first pick
So did I.
in terms of wide receivers,
Yeah,
but I had him going at 11 to Washington. They're all interchangeable. This is kind of like talking about the offensive tackles with Cross and Neo and Iguana. You can make a case for Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Chris Olave.
Shout out to Ian. What's up, Dorsell? I get
But-
by you.
But this is the guy that they went with. So, and again, pairing him with Kyle Pitts and
Wow.
Cordero Patterson.
Wow.
I mean, they still have to address the running game, and again, they could do that via free agency. But not a bad pick. And now here we go.
What's up,
The
Mr.
Seattle
Seattle?
Seahawks are on the clock. This is
Okay.
the pick they acquired.
Seattle
because
Seahawks are in a
Russell Wilson
rebuild. Seattle Seahawks are in a rebuild. I have my needs for them: quarterback, offensive tackle, linebacker, cornerback.
You know what?
and-
And now if there was one team that was linked to Malik Willis throughout the combine and leading up to the draft, it was the Seattle Seahawks,
And they just got rid of a quarterback that plays like him.
right? So Pete Carroll's probably looking at Malik Willis going,
Yeah.
might be able to reinvent the wheel here, might be able to
Yeah.
fucking turn back the clock. You still got Lockett, you still got fucking DK.
Yeah.
Rashad Penny finally
You know
realizing
what?
his skill.
That kind of
his potential.
that kind of
So-
changes the culture in Seattle if he goes over there. You got to watch out for that.
Yeah,
You go have your smoke. I'll talk to the people. How's that?
done.
All right. So Seattle's up next. People, Seattle Seahawks. To all my friends on the West Coast, my Seattle fans. Here's your chance to take your franchise and actually bring it back to something that you wanted it to be. Obviously, with Russell Wilson gone now, that hole is ready for you. You are in a rebuild in the sense that, like you said, you still have Metcalf, you still have Garrett, you still have those players there. But who do you have giving them the ball? So you can change the complexion of the Seattle and give your fans a reason to go to that stadium again. If you're going to rebuild, you're going to have to decide now, because what you can do with this pick, if you're not going to take that quarterback and change your franchise, what you can also do is you can get capital for it. So in a rebuild, what's the most important thing in a rebuild? The most is having draft capital. So sitting at where you at, right? Sitting at number 9 in the top 10, somebody that wants that pick at number 9, like a Dallas, like a Philly. Everybody's talking about Philly moving up. There's a big chance Philly might be on the phone right now talking to Seattle about moving up to this number 9 pick, because apparently Philly wants that big receiver or they want that big tackle, and here's their chance to go and get him. Now, the thing about Seattle is, if you're going to decide that you are in a rebuild, and you're going to decide that this is your chance to rebuild, this is the pick you need to do it. You need to do it at this pick right now. So for us, I'm going to tell you what. We're going to dip out for a second, and we're going to come back in 3 minutes with the Seattle pick. All right? So this is Brothers Talk Ball Live. Hold on. It's Brothers Talk Ball Live, and we'll be right back.
The pick is in.
I was just going to say that. I'm surprised they actually made the pick.
Charles Cross. There's that third tackle off the board.
They went across?
So here we go. The quarterbacks are slipping.
Wow. Good pick for Seattle, though.
I mean, Seattle right behind quarterback. But you know what? That just shows that maybe they're big on Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock could be the guy. Or, you know what? They'll probably pick a quarterback later. But there's no ignoring the fact that Charles Cross is one of the best tackles in the draft, and they needed that position. So it's not a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick at all. And I was going to say, if they were in the rebuild, now is the time to rebuild and go out.
Oh, no, they're fully in rebuild. Like, I mean, you give up on Russell Wilson.
But
Drew Lock was a second-round pick. You know, so he does have a little bit of shine still on. And the fact that they didn't go for Willis here. And this just makes it a lot more interesting for teams like Pittsburgh. And, you know, there's some teams that need quarterbacks. And the 2 or 3 that were projected to go in the first round are all still on the board. So see how that goes.
Yeah. But like I was saying, if there was a time to start your rebuild, it would have been now. And get some capital in your system. And then but it looks like they don't think they are in a rebuild now. It looks like they think they can still win. So they've added protection to whoever they're going to put in the quarterback position. And they, like you said, they still have Lockett and they still have DK for one more year.
By the way, quick shout out to all the boys and girls in the Pinterest pool. Drew Lock is on the block. So you guys want to add a superstar quarterback?
Can you do business on your own
round
time,
pick?
please?
You just call me. I'll hook you up. I'll take care of you.
We get back to the Jets. Now, here's where we might see movement. Are the Jets going to keep this pick or are they going to move? What do you think?
Oh, they're on the clock. The pick is not in. So, and this was the pick that was tied to San Francisco in the Debo trade.
Sorry, who?
Exactly. It's looking more and more like that's not going to happen. Debo's not going to get his wish. He's staying in San Francisco. So what do the Jets need? They got Sauce, and now
Right.
I think
Okay.
they still need. I think they need an edge rusher.
They need an edge rusher and they need a receiver.
I don't think they need to go receiver yet.
But they still got big names out there. Garrett's still out there.
Yeah, but again, picking up Elijah Moore last year, you still got Corey Davis. I mean, these are good receivers already, right?
But my question is it now time to pick the best player in the draft?
defensive side of the ball is probably more important. And there's some really, really good edge rushers available. So,
But are you going to go with the best player in the draft? And right now, who is that for you?
the best available player right now, according to Mel Kiper,
I took my shot.
is Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
And again, he can play that hybrid role. He's technically a safety, but he can step up and be a linebacker, no problem. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hamilton go here. Looks like the pick is in, and there you go, top 10, no trades. We bet 50 on that, right?
Will you stop?
I thought we bet 50.
Stop thinking.
You said there was going to be trades and this and that.
So who? Who was the pick in? Did they make the pick? And the pick was who?
No, it's in. They're just.
Listen. Garrett Wilson. That's my pick. Garrett Wilson's going to be the Jet.
That's who you think?
And they're going to have a triple threat, and they're going to punish people in that division.
I'm going Jermaine Johnson, the second, from Florida State. That's where I'm going.
That's not a bad pick.
I think they're still going edge rusher. I think Jermaine Johnson's coming up next.
I don't see how you pass on Garrett Wilson, though. I don't see how you do that.
Well, I think it's also the fact that the Jets are picking at the top of the second round, and the way that this is shaken down, I think they look at all the wide receivers that could possibly be.
That. Okay, let's say they do get Kyle Hamilton. Look at that backfield right now, man. Wow.
It's all gravy. If they take Hamilton, they take Jermaine Johnson.
And they still got another one coming up.
Defense.
They still got another one
Hey,
coming up.
Can I see a menu, boss? I think I need some food. In honor of Paula Lane, I think I need to sink my teeth into a.
As they say, the liquor's kicking in. Look, the Jets. If the Jets pick him up, I'm going to be very upset because that'll mean that Garrett Wilson's a commander, and I don't really want to see him in my division. And I think it's probably a better 1-2 than Drake London. Like that's scary if he goes there. But at the same time, too,
Garrett Wilson is going to be a New York Jet.
They took him. The Guru's just on fuego today. I'm on fuego. That's what I do. I don't see how you can.
As my contemporary just noted, more important than anything else, that means no Devo to the New York Jets. I guess he's staying in San Fran.
Maybe we'll go to Dallas.
And so now coming up, the Commanders.
First tell the people about the best receiver in the league in draft, my friend.
Well, Garrett Wilson was the most popular wide receiver pick to be number one. Obviously, Drake London's already been picked. But this kid can do it all. Like he's a polished route runner. He's fast. He can win contested. He checks off all the boxes. So Zach Wilson has no more excuses.
None.
I mean, with that offense, with Michael Carter in the backfield, still got Tevin Coleman in the mix. You got Elijah Moore, like I mentioned. Still got Corey Davis. Like, this is a make it or break it season for Zach Wilson.
You said it. He has no excuses.
Zero. If he messes this up, he's going to be the next Dak Prescott. Like, it's just that's the way it's going to be. I hope he doesn't.
Can I ask you, why is my name always in your mouth, man? Why?
Well, but full disclosure, Zach Wilson's white, so probably figure it out. Can't help myself.
I'm moving on from this. For everybody on our new platforms, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, smash the button, hit the bell. We go up at least once a week. For everybody on YouTube, share and like. For everybody on Twitch, do the same. We're going to be here all football season. I am the board-certified fantasy football guru. This is my partner in crime, D. Sanchez. This is Brothers Talk Ball Live. We have been going straight for 4 years. This is our first year on multi-platforms. We're coming big in September for everybody. And don't forget to join us also for C Nation, for your weekly Cowboy Talk. Nobody wants to hear you right now. I think this messed up a lot. Okay, let's move on to the Commanders.
Really, C Nation? Like, are you still trying to build that thing up? Like, I think it's over. Like,
what's the problem?
That was rated the worst show on everything by the people that vote on things.
The worst show on everything by everybody? Is that what you're telling me?
It's just like.
Sure, let's talk about Washington. Washington needs art, and I'm not saying this like to be funny, but they do need a quarterback. They need a wide receiver, safety, linebacker, and really important, a tight end. A tight end may be good for them to grab, but I
Not
think
here.
I
Not
think
here.
we can see they're either going to go after a receiver or maybe a linebacker.
I think they got to go receiver because I think you got Carson Wentz, you got your running back situation figured out between Gibson and McKissick, but you can't have Terry McLaurin on an island. Like
Yeah.
you need to be able to keep the opposing defenses honest. This is the spot to take a Jameson Williams, to take a Treylon Burks.
You like Burks? I don't think you like Oakley at all, eh? You don't like him at all, do you?
Olave?
A lot. You don't like him at all.
How do you pronounce that? Is it Olave, Olave?
Everybody pronounces it different. Olave, Oakley, or
Oh, if he goes to Dallas, it'll be Garbage. So
bring him.
I think he's gonna. I think
I love Olave. I love him.
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he went here.
Yeah.
The thing about Jameson Williams is the question marks surrounding his knee injury. He's definitely going to miss a portion of the season. Nowadays, with medicine and doctors, like an ACL is not what it used to be. But
Right.
we're talking about the 11th overall pick in the NFL draft. Would you not want to take a guy who's 100%? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
Olave going here, and again, I think because of all the shine that Garrett Wilson had, people kind of like thought Olave was the second. We're talking about 1 and 1A here.
Right.
These two guys, like, remember a couple of years ago, people were like, "Oh, DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf," and no one was talking about AJ Brown. Both Ole Miss guys. This is a
100%.
very similar situation. There's Ohio State. You got the 1 and the 2, but really they're both number ones. And at the end of the day, I think AJ Brown is a far superior receiver to DK Metcalf. That's just my opinion.
Wait a minute.
Olave, when it's all said and done, might end up being the guy that.
Stop, go back. You think AJ Brown is far superior to DK Metcalf?
100%. I would take AJ Brown all day long ahead of DK Metcalf. When you take the entire picture, off the field stuff, the fact that he uses that soother, his hair, no, you can't roll with a guy like that.
The fact that he eats candy all day?
The only candy eater with any respect is Marshawn Lynch. I'll say that right now. Skittles forever.
Skittles all up in your groupies.
You want to eat candy all day, you better be named Marshawn Lynch.
Skittles all up in your groupies.
By the way, Marshawn Lynch becomes a minority owner of the Seattle Kraken. First thing he does, did you see the video?
No.
Pops on a Zamboni, he's like doing donuts in the ring.
Is he really? Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Look it up. Go on YouTube, Marshawn Lynch Zamboni. It's a great video. Like,
Wow.
how do you not love that guy? He's such a
You have to.
such a beauty.
My question is, if they don't go receiver, where do you see them going?
They could go quarterback here. You know what I mean? Maybe they want to give Carson Wentz a little bit of kick in the butt. I don't think they do, because again, when you've established that Carson Wentz is going to be your guy, like all drafting a quarterback would do at this point is create a controversy. It would muddy the waters, and I don't think Ron Rivera wants to do that. El Kuiper's big board: Kyle Hamilton, Jermaine Johnson, Jameson Williams, Daxton Hill, Chris Olave. I could see any one of these guys going in this spot.
I personally, I'm not worried about Washington's defense at all. They need help on
their defense is good to go.
Yeah, I'm not worried about their defense at all. But they've got to get help for Carson Wentz. They've got to take a receiver right now. They have to.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want them to, they have to. Mind you, Kyle Hamilton on that defense, I don't know how you score against them.
Whoa. There was a trade.
Is that New Orleans? That's
The Saints traded
the
up.
place moved up.
And look at that.
The Saints got their quarterback.
Right outside the top 10. Right outside the top 10. There's a first
Look
trade
at
in
the
the
guru.
What do you mean the guru? That's
You're lucky.
Sanchez.
You're lucky. It's 11. But you know what? The Saints got their quarterback. What did they give for it? A 16?
They haven't announced the compensation,
That's a
but
good trade.
This could be the quarterback thing that we're talking about. Why else would you trade up?
Yeah, you're only going to trade up for a quarterback.
Because the Saints were at 16, right? So this is a 5-spot move up. I'm calling Malik Willis right here. This has got to be Malik Willis.
It has to be.
Has to be.
I don't see it. Why would you trade up? You'd only trade up for a quarterback. So no
Yeah.
brainer, no? It's
Or-
no brainer.
Or they believe in Jameis Winston and they want to move up like we talked about earlier. And they wanted
Get a
to take
receiver for
the
him?
wide receiver that they covet ahead of all. They didn't
No,
want to let
no,
him
I
slip.
can't say what. No, because at 16 they had a receiver coming anyway. No
No,
way.
but wait, what if they have the one that they want and they didn't want a chance letting him slip to one of these other teams?
Right.
I'll say right now, if it's a wide receiver and you're going to trade up, I'm going to go Jameson Williams. It's either Jameson Williams or Malik Willis here. That's what I
Really?
think.
I don't personally see. I don't personally see how. No, they've got to be going for the quarterback.
I think
Because
it's quarterback, but if they don't,
future.
it's Jameson. Here we
I
go.
think it's their only chance to get their quarterback in the future right now. I'm going to make a ballsy call after this too.
They got a weird stage here. They got Tony Gonzalez, they got Austin Eckler, and they got a.
Yeah, I
Case-
see that. I see that.
It's just like the last episode of C Nation. It's confusing. Doesn't make much sense.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have a little canine altercation outside.
Of course, only in Vancouver. Your dog's in the bar. Way to go, Vancouver.
We're not even at a park. We're at a marina.
Okay, give me the call, my friend.
Oh, and the boss man's going outside too. We got some shit going down. It's closing. Here's a quick question: How high are you drafting Austin Eckler this year? Is he a top 10 guy again?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But is he top 5? Because last year his production was top 5.
I don't know, man.
He still feels to me like one of the most underappreciated running backs in the league for what he does. Catching passes, running between the tackles, blocking.
Yeah.
He's fucking good, man.
You can't say he's not. Top 5 though?
I mean, that's who Dallas should have given all that money to.
Whatever. Is that Tony Gonzalez making the call?
I don't know. There's all sorts of. Well, why would Tony Gonzalez be making the pick for the Saints?
I mean, I would like.
I don't understand. I'm telling you, this is the last episode of C Nation. Mysterious.
Why does my name constantly have to be in your mouth? I'm not even picking right now. Bro.
C Nation's the name of
You know
your.
what they call that? Having presence.
By the way, I will never come on that show.
You'll never be invited. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're good with this. We're good. We're good.
Don't forget, I've got your phone number. I'll call in.
Yeah, but there you go. I don't know why you wouldn't be getting ready for your own game and minding my business. Okay, I got to make some changes here. Talk to the people.
Oh, sorry, Dallas Cowboys fans. Chris Olave is now a New Orleans Saint.
Wow, they went for a receiver?
What I tell you, man, they wanted him badly, and they didn't want to let him slip.
I
Moved up.
fucking believe that, man.
This is what I just told you. So, wow.
I can't believe that pick. Wow.
They might have just got the A.J. Brown of the draft, man. They may have gotten the sneaky best receiver from Ohio State. No disrespect to Garrett Wilson. Because, whoa, here we go. The Vikings have traded the next pick to the Detroit Lions.
What?
Things are happening. It's happening, baby.
Wow.
So,
Okay, hold on. I got to change some shit.
if you're Detroit, what do you do here? You've already got Hutchinson, so you've addressed edge. This might be Devin Lloyd, man. This could be Devin Lloyd, or it could be a wide receiver, because I think they need help at linebacker.
Wow, this is okay. I can't even fucking keep up with shit right now. This is crazy. It's crazy. Okay, wait a minute. Why wouldn't it be Kyle right now? Why wouldn't it be Kyle Hamilton?
You know what? If they're going to try and redo that defense,
Yeah,
it could be Hamilton. It could be Hamilton. Yep.
and I'm gonna make a ballsy call. The Dallas Cowboys are moving up to take Houston's next pick.
Yeah, out of desperation. They're panicking now. Dallas is like,
I think
oh,
they're going to do it anyway.
Dallas is like, well, what's happening? Well, Olave's gone. He was our guy.
I had an asterisk on the second Houston pick for Dallas. I said if they were to jump up, they were going to jump up here. But okay, so what did Minnesota get for that trade?
Here's the thing. They haven't even announced what the Commanders have acquired for the New Orleans Saints to move up.
Oh, did they say
Usually
what they
these
got?
things come up later. Usually the trade details come up a little bit later. They only announce.
No, they mentioned at the beginning just now for the other one. That's a good pick for them, though.
So Detroit probably had to give up that 32nd pick.
Okay, do you understand Olave and Michael Thomas are going to run buckshot over there in New Orleans? With
And let's
Kamara?
not forget, they got Trotman. They
Yeah,
got their
and-
tight end in the future.
And they still got Kamara.
Jameis Winston got the LASIK surgery. He's good to go. He can see now.
Yo, I like what the Saints are doing right now, man. I can't lie.
Although Kamara is probably going to look at least 2 or 3 games to start the year suspension, right? The guy
Yeah,
was arrested, right? He was charged. He beat somebody up.
yeah. But let's just look at something. Look at what the Detroit Lions are doing on defense if they grab Kyle right now.
Okay, I'll let you tell it. I got to order some food here.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Dallas, step up, Dallas. Wait a minute, am I wrong? Of the top 3 offensive linemen that are they gone?
I heard the Eagles traded.
No,
Let me see
Commanders
this.
traded to the Saints, and the Saints took Olave, and then the Vikings traded this.
Is
Paul Lane, if you're watching, if you're in the comment section, what does the big fella want for dinner? I don't know. I need some suggestions.
tell him to get a burger. Tell him to get a burger, Paula.
I don't know. Well, if I eat a burger on the air again, me and Paula might never hang out. 'Cause
No.
we're on the edge.
I concur.
So many good things here. I don't know. I think fish and chips.
That's always good.
Always.
Can't beat a
Hey,
good
Patty,
fit.
I'll have a 2-piece fish and chips. Extra tartare. In honor of my friend Daryl.
What's your tartar got to do with me, B? I don't even. This guy.
Well, you look like you're on a tartare diet.
You're not a ketchup guy?
Oh, I need ketchup.
Ketchup and tartar?
And malt vinegar. Like, come on.
All 3?
It's the trifecta. It's the triad of power.
Okay, so let's look at Detroit's needs. Let's turn the page. I want to know if Detroit kept that last pick. That's why I want to know what they traded for.
They would have had to give up that 32nd pick
What if they didn't, though?
to Minnesota. No. It has to be.
What if they? Whoa! What if they go get a quarterback right now? I didn't think of that.
Maybe
I have
think of
quarterback
Malik
over
Willis.
here as their needs.
Yeah. Oh, Malik Willis time?
Is it Malik Willis time? I think it might be.
Is Jamison Williams. They went wide open. There's the
Wow.
run on wideouts now, baby. The
Yeah.
run on wideouts. This is good.
Yeah. And
And
by
I tell you,
most accounts,
and I tell you right now, Green Bay, Kansas City, Dallas, these are the next teams that might want to be thinking about moving up. Because I'm telling you, man, 7 wideouts are going in this first round. 7 wide receivers are going.
you
in
know
this
what?
first round.
I don't disagree with that. And I'm telling you, Dallas is going to move up right now.
That's a great pick. The 12th overall.
Talk to the people, my friend.
This was my guy. This was the one that before the injury. Definitely would have been a top 10 pick. Not sure about the outfit. Gotta talk about
Okay,
that for a
Joe
second.
River, can you stop talking about people's clothes? Like, what is going on right now, man?
Are you
People
guys
start
seeing
questioning
this? Are you seeing what this man is wearing?
Brothers
He's got
do
like
it different.
He's got like a. First of all, it's a poppy red suit with capri pants and sneakers.
Brothers do it
You know,
different,
you
dude.
know what, when you ball out the way Jameson Williams can ball
Yo,
out.
that is neon red, though. That is fire truck red.
So let's recap here. The Detroit Lions have picked up arguably the best pass rusher in Hutchinson.
Yeah, and maybe the
Arguably
second
the
best
best.
receiver.
No, arguably the best receiver. Like,
No, Wilson was number one.
no.
You don't
Jameson
think so?
Williams. Jameson Williams. Okay, if all these guys are healthy, Jameson Williams is by far the best receiver in this class.
You know
Like,
what's getting me happy? They're not going to Philly. They're not going to the Giants. I'm nice.
Philly.
I'm nice. Philly better make a move.
Okay, now I'm lost. Was there another trade?
Tell me Dallas. Tell me Dallas will move.
No, because now we're at the 13th pick and the Eagles have it.
There was a trade. The Eagles moved up.
Wow.
The Eagles moved up.
Yeah, because they were at 15, and now they've obviously made a trade with Houston. This is craziness, man. This is what happens.
It's starting to move. Talk to the people. I got to make some changes.
You know who's not moving? Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel's not going anywhere. All of you haters, Jesse Wills and Sheena Mensing and Ryan Mensing and Raj Man, all these Muppets all day long going on and on and on about Debo. Piano. Just calm down. Everything's fine in the Bay. Debo's not going anywhere. And now, Jameson Williams is going to Detroit. And my brother, Chris Hashimoto, Steamboats. I just added Hutchinson to Jameson Williams. Things are looking up. For the
I can't believe Philly moved up, though. That's incredible. Philly actually moved up. I'm kind of impressed by Philly. That means Philly wants a receiver badly.
Well,
but wait a minute.
Philly,
Okay, my question is Cross?
No. Cross. He's gone a long time ago.
Cross, Evans, and okay.
Yeah, the tackles are all gone. I don't think Philadelphia's taking a wideout here. I think they're going linebacker. I think the number one need that I have on my board for the Philadelphia Eagles is linebacker. And I think they're going to go Devin Lloyd. I think Devin Lloyd is going to be the next pick off the board. That's my prognostication.
My number one for okay, Philly. Hold on. My board's all messed up. I had linebacker at number 1 too. Linebacker and cornerback. But
there are some good corners still available.
There are. I mean, the big two are off the board, but there are. I have linebacker and corner.
Oh, don't sleep on Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon is a legit. He's going today. He's going to be a first-round pick. Roger McCreary. Roger McCreary is another guy that's probably going to get his name.
Yeah. I think that name too.
There are corners. Trent McDuffie. So all these guys, and again, every team in the league always needs help at corner. So Philly could definitely do it.
Booth is nice at corner. Booth Jr. is nice.
Who?
Booth
Yeah.
Jr. Andre Booth Jr. But McDuffie's nice too. Elam's nice too. Like, there's a lot of corners left out there.
Yeah. So I mean,
but do they need a wide receiver? Listen, right now,
but
Treylon
here's the thing about Philly, though. They traded up,
I
right?
think they're coming to get
They're not
Treylon
picking
Burks.
at 13. Philly has 2 first-round picks. They're picking again at 18. So there is only one Devin Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
But we just rattled off 4 corners.
Yeah.
I don't think they jump and take the corner here. I think they take Devin Lloyd, and I think they're probably like, they're more than happy with 1 or 2 of these corners, and I think they take him with the second pick.
I think they're coming to get Treylon Burks. I think they're coming to finish off.
No, Philly's not going wide receiver, man. No. They got Devonta Smith last year. I think for whatever reason they still believe in Jalen Reagor, just based on the.
No, they don't. They were trying to unload him this year. They even called Dallas to see if Dallas wanted him. Dallas said no.
They got Dallas Goedert. I think they've got all these running backs. They got Miles Sanders. They got Gainwell. I think they've got the offensive side of the ball figured out. I think it's time to address defense. And I think that they're going to go linebacker corner with these 2 picks that they got.
Linebacker and corner?
Yeah.
It would be smart.
So of all the corners that we just listed, who's your number 1? Who's the guy who's the number 3? After Stingley.
Number 3 in my books, I would say McDuffie.
I was going to say I like McDuffie too. I think McDuffie's the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if one of the other guys went, but whoa. Okay, so
Mc,
they're recapping.
the pick is in, by the way. McDuffie's the one that that can start right away and make an impact right away. Are the ones that are left.
I think McCreary could too. I think McCreary could
Yeah,
step
yeah.
in.
Booth
and
can
be a
too.
starter.
Yeah.
But again, I hate to say this, but respect to Mika Parsons. What he brought to the table for your team last year, I think Devin Lloyd represents. Like, no linebackers off the board yet, right?
Yeah.
I think he represents, and again, being in the NFC East, I think they look at that and they go, "We want that for our team. We want a guy that can be that generational player potentially." Lloyd has all the tools, man. Lloyd
I'm
is,
gonna. You know why I mentioned N'Kobe Dean's name? Because the Cowboys.
and Kobe Dean he's right there too.
But hold on. But I mention his name all the time because the Cowboys love him, right? So my thought process is, if they go get N'Kobe Dean, it's
You don't
only
need
it's
Kobe.
only.
You need a wide receiver.
Hold
and
on.
they're dropping like flies.
I know. But hear me, free agency. I'm not worried about receiver. I'm really not. My offensive line is. I'm worried about it more. And I still got my center out there. I don't want to say his name. You know what? But he's still out there. So listen. The reason why I mentioned N'Kobe Dean's name is if you get N'Kobe Dean, it's guaranteed Micah Parsons is going on the edge.
We're talking about
Micah
needs.
Parsons is playing the edge.
We're talking about needs. You don't need another linebacker. You
But I
re-sign
need a defensive end badly. And I
Jermaine
already
Johnson-
have him.
Jermaine Johnson. If you add Jermaine Johnson,
Yeah, true.
he's the number one edge rusher left on the board. No, but he's not.
But
falling.
he's not
You'd
gonna
have
make
to
it
trade
any-
up. You'd have
Yeah.
to trade up together.
Yeah, he's not going to make it to 24. There's no way. But listen, I
Going
already
Devin
have
Lloyd.
him.
Devin Lloyd's coming up for the Eagles. This is my pick. They need a linebacker. You trade it up.
I say Lloyd or N'Kobe Dean. And unlike you, I like N'Kobe Dean better than Lloyd. I do.
Really?
I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
No, that's part of the reason why you owe me $440. Some people know, some people don't.
Did I not send money? Like what? What is it? What?
You know what bothers me? How Roger Goodell
Okay, here's what they gave up:
gives the
a
hugs.
15th,
Like-
a 4th, and 2 next year.
Say again. What happened?
Philly gave up the 15th, the 4th, and 2 next year
There.
to Houston. So
Good
you know
job.
what that
Good
means?
job for Houston. Good job for Houston.
Yeah, but they really want somebody right now. Like they really want
And
somebody.
you know what? Houston's doing what they need to do. They're parlaying
I'm not
what
gonna lie.
they acquired in the Deshaun.
It's.
trade.
I'm making the call right now. It's Treylon Burks. It's Treylon Burks. I'm
No.
making the call right now.
What? Philly is
Philly
not
needs a
taking
receiver.
No, they don't. They need a linebacker. They need defense. It's wide receiver. Or no, sorry, it's linebacker or corner.
I'm going to tell you about our receiver that nobody's talking about on the board, Dotson. Remember that name? He's going to ball the
Oh,
fuck
from
out.
Penn State.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's talking about him. He's going to ball
Oh,
straight out.
no, and there's a couple other names that we haven't even brought up. Sky
Pickens?
Moore. Sky
Pickens?
Moore, because Sky Moore doesn't play in the big. Oh, they went Jordan Davis. Great
Oh,
pick.
really?
Well, defense, baby.
Yeah.
And if memory serves, is this the kid who at 300 pounds ran a 4.6 or 4.7 40 or something? It was Jordan Davis, right?
Yeah.
That's a great pick. And
I'm
again,
not mad at it.
they picked. Okay, so that was the swap, 13th for 15th.
Yeah.
So Houston traded down 2 picks and they got a second next year and a 4th this year.
Yeah. And 2 next year.
That's a fantastic move by Houston.
They got a 5th and a 4th and a 5th, I think, next year as well.
Yeah, that.
You know what? That's a big defensive tackle they got there. That's
And you know, this is a good time to bring up my biggest reach of the day, because at 13 originally, I thought Houston was going to go with a running back
right.
named Brees Hall, and I think he's still. The Ravens definitely are not taking a runner. The pick is in. Houston is going to take a running back at 15. I'm calling it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think Brees Hall is going to be Houston. But again, let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
Tell the
Baltimore
people
Ravens.
about Davis, this big, moving, insane brother right here.
This again, combine stats are what they are. But the bottom line is he's a big man who ran a 40 in a time that he shouldn't. Like a man that big should not be able to run that fast. Like the last time I saw a man that big running that fast was Daryl running from a Predator.
Why did I know? Why didn't I know? Why didn't I know my name was coming up? Why did I know? Why did I know? Like why I knew. Like it had to be. Like he can't help himself. Like give him his fish and chips so he can put something in his mouth. Except my name. Except my name. Because my name is constantly in his mouth and I don't know why. Okay, let me tell you about Davis. Davis is scary on the interior. Like he helps their defense right away. And again, I'm gonna say,
and you can move him up and down the line.
You can.
You play a 3-4 or 4-3. Like he can play all those positions. Again, his strongest spot is a run stopper in the interior part of that defensive line. But when you're talking about a guy that can move that fast,
can I say something though? I'm happy with this draft. Dallas right now can sit at 24, and I'm not unhappy. There's a lot of good players that are out there right now, man. Especially on receiver, especially on offensive line. I'm not upset right now at all, man.
you guys better be looking at wide. You have one wide receiver on your roster right now. You got CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, true. But here's the thing. Wide receiver is not scaring me. Is I still got 15 million in cap space. That's 5 to 8 million this year for a plug and play receiver that's on.
You know what? I'm calling this right now. Let's get back on point. Baltimore is on the clock. Sorry, the pick is in. I think they did need an offensive tackle, but the top three are gone. The second thing on my list was cornerback. I think Trent McDuffie might be a Baltimore Raven. This would be a great pick. Trent McDuffie would be a fantastic pick for Baltimore.
Their first thing that I have is center. So Lindenbaum, I think, is there right now. They're going to grab Lindenbaum. If not, they're going to grab a corner.
Lindenbaum's legit because he can play. I think he played all four of the 5 positions.
Yeah.
He's a center by trade, but he can move up and down the road. Yeah, but
and as
and
we
again,
know,
protecting Lamar is
right. They need help
probably
there.
the most important thing. But you need a corner. Baltimore needs a corner. Trent McDuffie. This is kind of this is the range where I think his value should be fucking.
And who are we kidding? Right?
I'm just feeling McDuffie. I think McDuffie's the guy.
But hold on, who are we kidding? The Baltimore Ravens are a defensive team first.
They used to be, man, but Lamar's kind of like turned that theory on its head.
No, well, they tried the running back by committee. That didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work? They were the number 1 rushing team for like 2 years.
That's because of Lamar. That's not because of the rushing game.
No. Gus Edwards, and then don't sleep on J.K. Dobbins. He got hurt last year.
Yeah, true.
He's a problem.
Yeah,
He's a problem.
That's true.
And then they brought in Latavius Murray. They brought in fucking Le'Veon Bell. They brought in fucking the other guy.
They brought in everybody last year.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So, fuck, I gotta bring it up again. Theo Riddick's looking sharp in that fuchsia suit. I like this guy.
But hold on, I also have edge and I also have wide receiver.
No wideouts.
You don't think so? I mean, it's there as a need. I don't know how important it is, but I mean, it's there as a need.
You got Hollywood Brown.
Who's slipping, by the way, a little bit?
Who's slipping?
Hollywood. He's slipping a little bit. Once they figured out his speed and he can't really run routes,
why can't they think of the other wide receivers on that roster? I know they've got another couple.
Which is exactly my point. They need a wide receiver.
No, but they have other guys under contract right now.
Okay, so I say center or cornerback. Which one do you think?
Corner. I think corner is the more important thing.
And you like McDuffie right now?
I do.
I can't. You know what? I can't say you're wrong.
He's arguably the best cornerback available right now.
I just think if you really want to protect Lamar, you got to go Lindenbaum.
It's not a bad. Oh, Kyle Hamilton, great pick.
Oh, where's Hamilton? That's a huge pick for them.
And that's such a great. Like, again, you talk about a team that's known for defense. I mean,
oh my gosh, we didn't even think of that.
Some of these pre-draft guys had Kyle Hamilton in the top 5. Yeah. And you picked him up at 14, and you didn't have to trade anything. You just sat there. You pulled a Bill Belichick and you just laid in wait.
Wow.
You picked up one of the top 5 prospects in the draft.
I had
That's a-
Hamilton going at 11 or 12.
Yeah. Number 1 safety in the draft. Look at 6'4", 220. I mean, right there. That's all. Like that, though, and he's got speed.
And,
So-
and he's going to Baltimore. That's crazy. But listen, with Patrick beside him,
Yeah, that's a great pick. And again, I almost feel silly for not kind of throwing his name into the mix. We're throwing all these other ones up. Again, we're talking about players that slipped. That might have been a situation where Harbaugh and the brass were like, "Fuck, how is he sitting there at 14? Like, how do we
that's crazy.
right?
That's
like,
crazy.
It's like we wanted this guy, we wanted Kyle Hamilton's there. Fucking take
Look,
the guy.
on nowhere on my draft sheet does he go this late. Nowhere.
Yeah, like in my, where did I have him? I had him at 7.
I had him going to Minnesota.
All right, and then just like that, the Texans are on the clock. They traded down from 13. They added a couple more picks. Smart move. They're probably going to end up getting the guy they wanted anyways.
So Dallas is being smart right now. Dallas is not moving up and giving up anything. They're going to get a quality player at 24.
Why do we have?
Wait a minute. I can talk like this, B. I got a pick. You can't talk like this, Slim.
What do you mean?
Listen.
I got a pick.
Oh,
Debo
yeah.
Samuel. I got Debo Samuel this draft. We basically got Debo Samuel. So
Wouldn't that be beautiful? At 24, the San Francisco 49ers are on the clock.
dude,
That would
if you
be the
traded
most
out
beautiful
of the
thing ever.
first round and you had a family day, that would make. Now here we go. Again, I'm sticking to my guns. I think they go Brees Hall. I think they draft a running back here.
Really? You're going to stick with the running back?
Again, I'm all in. I'm taking chances today. Oh, look what's arrived. Paula, I hope you're tuning in. It's time for supper. You guys have malt vinegar? Can I get some malt vinegar, please? That'd be great. Oh, yeah, that's good. Hey, Patty, shaft times 2. All right. So
Okay, so what do we-
the pick is in for the Texans. Why you gotta single me out? I got my fish and chips. Like
I got to change some things here, my friend.
you take a point for a second.
I got to change Chiefs in here.
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, any of you that live in the greater Vancouver area,
Here we go.
you want some fish and chip? Come down to Milltown. 'Cause these
Okay.
people they do it right. This is not like Levitt with their little fish burgers. This is real fish.
Try sushi and the best sushi in the city.
Yeah, your California roll.
We don't have those here. Okay, so let's talk about how big a pick this is for Baltimore. That's a huge pick. I mean, that's a huge pick.
Yeah. And now here we go. Texans are in.
Mike
Brees Hall. Take a running back.
I'm going to call corner.
Whoa. Good pick. Kenyon Green, guard, Texas A&M. That's a safe pick. He's probably the best guard in the draft. First one off the board.
Wait a minute. 23rd overall pick? Marquise Brown got traded to the Cardinals.
What? Hollywood Brown?
Hollywood Brown got traded to the Cardinals, and now Baltimore has a 23 pick before the Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa.
What the hell is going on? Oh my
Interesting.
god. People watching me this fish and chips, I gotta change more stuff here. This is crazy.
Okay, how is it that I'm eating dinner and the guru decides this is the best thing?
Okay. Maybe you didn't notice, but this is the busiest draft that we've ever done. Like the movement in this draft is going crazy right now. That was a huge move by Baltimore.
Let's wind it back to Houston here, though. This is, again, I bring it back to calling it just the smartest pick possible. You move back, you add more draft capital, but you're building your offensive line. And again, Houston knows they're not going to win this year. They're probably not going to win next year. This is a long-term thing. I would have liked to have seen. I mean, again, wide receivers, quarterbacks, these are the sexy picks. But
We're gonna stop seeing in the patio.
if the Dallas Cowboys have taught us nothing, you build in the trenches, and that's what Houston's doing. So,
Did you?
and now the Commanders are up. The pick is in.
The Commanders? Why are the Commanders up? Oh, they traded back with Houston. Oh, I got to go back and do this again.
Really, Daryl? Not gonna let me have my dinner in peace. All right, Paula, this is for you.
Washington gets a receiver.
What's that?
Washington goes for a receiver. I think they have to. They don't have a choice. All the receivers are leaving. Trayvon Burke is going to be, yeah. They're going to go for Burke right now.
Yeah, so let's recap. Wilson's gone. London's gone. Olave's gone. Williams is gone. Treylon Burke, by far the next best receiver available on the board. That's the guy that I thought Green Bay needed to make a move for.
Yeah, that's what I
He would have been fantastic in Green Bay. But again, you mentioned the name earlier, Dotson.
I love him.
How good would he be in Green Bay? So, George Pickens. I mean,
Yeah.
I had Pickens going to Detroit at the 32nd pick. They moved up and took Williams. So,
Look, there is movement going on in this draft like no other draft we've ever been a part of. This is crazy. It seems like every pick something's happening now. But do you see any way they can't go get a receiver right now? I don't know what they have to do on the defensive. I think if they thought they were going to get a receiver and they lost the one that they wanted, they don't mind stepping back to get more picks, but they have to get a receiver right now.
oh no, for sure. They traded back. So, what did Washington get for that trade back?
I think they got a trade back and two more in the third and fourth. I think.
That's it?
I think it wasn't, or maybe it was a straight trade back. I can't remember because I know Houston picked up more capital. Houston has a lot more capital right now. But for certain, I can't tell you for certain.
Yeah, they come up with these details later. I've given up on trying to update my sheet. There's just too much stuff happening.
No, look. This is. I can't even look. It's over. We're literally getting.
Where did the Vikings move down to?
32 with Detroit, wasn't it?
I'm just thinking for Ryan Weeks.
I think they moved down to 32.
Ryan Weeks is about to change this whole fucking program, and now I feel bad.
No, Ryan Weeks has no idea what's going on anyway. I don't even think he knows what his team needs. But who else is in play to move up or move down? Kansas City?
At this point, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I think the teams that are scrambling for wide receiver are now like, well, how do we make this happen?
Yeah. By the way, what's the verdict on the fish and chips?
What's that?
What's the verdict on the fish and chips?
Oh, 10 out of 10. Okay, so Marquise Brown is now on the Cardinals. Straight up for the 23rd pick.
Yep, straight up.
Wow.
And we just mentioned Hollywood. So Kyler Murray has another speedster.
I don't think Marquise Brown is worth a first-round pick. I'm sorry.
No way.
I
No
think
way.
I think Baltimore kind of fleeced him.
Yeah. Yeah. But Kyler Murray is going to go crazy with him over there. He's going to spread the field. That's a good pick for Cardinals, though. But
So
not,
they
not
lost
that high.
Christian Kirk. They still got D-Hop.
Yep.
They got Rondell Moore.
But now they get to spread the field.
Yeah. They still need a running back, though.
Yeah.
Arizona needs a running back.
Facts.
I'm not
And listen,
sold on fucking James Conner.
running back draft here.
There's the wide receiver to the Washington fucking Redskins, also known as the Commanders, Mr. Dotson, your boy. We knew there was going to be a wide receiver. I didn't think it was going to be Dotson. I thought it was going to be Burks, but wow, this is
I can't say I'm happy about that, man.
and now the Chargers on the clock.
I really can't say I'm happy about this.
I'm telling
All
you,
right,
between this kid and Terry McLaurin,
That's what I'm saying, man.
Washington's going to be tough to defend, man. Like, because he's not a big guy. This guy's a little guy. Let's not get it confused. He's
Don't
not
forget,
a
they
big
still got Gibson too, right? In the backfield.
guy. Cheers, brother. Another Shaft. By the way, not a White Russian.
Hold on, sir. You know why? Because there's cold brew in it. There's cold brew. You, sir.
Already done. Nice glass, by the way.
Is that a shot? Are you drink it as a shot or a drink?
Yeah, one shot. Man. Just throw it back like a man. A coffee liqueur like a man. Oh, I feel bad for Otis.
I'm gonna get some Peruvian flake after this. I'm charged, bro. I'm charged, bro.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay, let's talk about Dotson, man. I really love this kid. Like, I love him. He spreads the field like nobody. He's your classic slot receiver where he can kill you. Like, when he's in movement, it's hard to track. He has the best hands in the draft, easy. And
What? No, that's not true. Apparently, this is unofficial. So what team? What team? AJ Brown just got traded to the Eagles. Like
who did?
AJ Brown. Apparently, this is unofficial. This is from the kitchen staff at Milltown. This is not Schefter. This is not Rappaport. Yeah, sorry, it's official. 2 owners at Milltown have confirmed it.
I'm online right now.
AJ Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. Whoa. Yes, the Eagles have traded their pick to the Titans.
Zion Johnson, another one of my linemen's gone.
We may need to have some whiskey after this nonsense. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is nuts. I give up.
And that's why the Eagles didn't need to draft a wide.
Shivers there, girl?
Holy,
You feel that? Let's get the door open.
what the fuck is happening? The NFC East is getting fucking lit. And you know who hasn't added anybody since 2021? Your Dallas Cowboys.
But here's what's crazy. He just got re-signed for. There's no mention of it here.
No, he's not.
There's no mention of it online.
Well, all I know is the Tennessee Titans have the pick that Philly just was supposed to take.
Wait a minute. Didn't Zion Johnson just get picked up?
Yeah, by the Chargers. The next pick is by Philly, and they traded that pick to the Tennessee Titans for AJ Brown. Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute. AJ Brown? Not. Oh man.
What, AJ Brown?
You know why? Because my brain was saying
Yes,
AJ.
Schefter just broke it. AJ Brown to the Eagles. For the record, the Milltown kitchen staff broke it before Rappaport. So Sanchez comes to the place with the inside scoops. Guru, you were talking something about Peruvian flake. Is it time? I think it's time. I think he's doing one right now. I think they're...
I can't keep up. 17.
My boy is upset. Oh my goodness. We may need to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Some technical difficulties in Le Montreal.
Here, talk to the people. I got to change
I'm,
it.
I'm still doing good with my fish and chips. We're gonna try something new here. We're gonna do. We're gonna dip it like chicken strips. Got a little French fry in the back. That tastes like AJ Brown. Delicious. So let's recap. The Philadelphia Eagles now have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, way on the back burner, Jalen Reagor. I want to talk about a quarterback who has no excuses. Jalen Hurts now has no excuses.
None.
Him and Zach Wilson better fucking ball out this year.
None. And the thing that's not Zion Johnson was our go-to, but there's still linemen out there. But like Linderbaum's still out there for me. I'm not. There's Traylon
Things are
Burks still
not
out there.
going well in Big D. That's all I'm saying.
You can't say that. Why can you say that?
Well, I just did. And things are going excellent in the Bay because we still have Debo. Daryl, you okay, man? I feel like I've lost you. I feel like you're
No, not at all. I'm
into-
just looking at my board. I'm looking at my board and I'm trying to figure out. I still got players on my board that I have. Like, hold on. Of the players that I have,
I can't believe this shit. This is fucking banana sandwiches.
I
This
still
is
got, listen,
wild.
I still got Kenyon Green and I still got Lindenbaum out there for my offensive line. So I'm not worried about that. For receivers, I still got Traylon Burke and I still got Pickens. So I'm not worried about receiver yet.
Okay. Burt will not. He will not fall to you. The Green Bay Packers at 22. If Treylon Burke is still available, he's going to be a Green Bay Packer. We still haven't even talked about quarterbacks.
Isn't it crazy?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting at 20. I'm calling it right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are this year's New England Patriots. They sat back, they waited, and they're going to have the guy that they wanted fall into their lap.
100%. 100%. But could you imagine Belichick pulls a Belichick and
Okay, so
grab
here we go. The Titans get a third and this coming pick for AJ Brown. Holy shit.
Wow. Philly went all in though.
Derrick Henry stock just fucking climbed.
Yep, true.
Shout out to Pinterest Bowl, the quintessential dynasty league in the world. Who's got Derrick Henry? Oh, sorry, this guy. Yes. Now, the Titans are in. What do the Titans do with this pick? They just gave up AJ Brown. Did they take Treylon Burks here?
No, because I think I really do think that
The number one need for Tennessee was wide receiver.
I
They
think
just gave up AJ Brown.
100% Burks.
Treylon Burks has got to be the pick, no?
Yeah, but if not, it means Julio Jones is coming home.
Julio Jones.
So I gotta change this too. Wow, hold on, man. This is crazy.
So the pick is in. I think they got to go wide receiver here. Fish and chips are phenomenal. So good. Paula, if you haven't gone to bed yet, come and join me. We'll have some shafts, we'll have some fish and chips. Maybe make some bad decisions. I don't know. It's early. Can make some bad decisions like the fucking Dallas Cowboys and not trade up when they have the chance. And now there's nothing left.
Shut up.
Here we go.
Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I can't hear you.
Oh, I know you can hear me.
And by the way, things are moving faster now too. People know exactly who they want right now.
Treylon Burks. Why do I have to be right all the time?
They grab Burks.
Oh,
But here's the thing, though. They had to grab Burks. They just got rid of the receiver. They had to grab him. And basically grabbed the same receiver. They traded.
very similar. Big body.
Glover
Treylon
and
Burks is actually a little bit bigger.
Yep.
And they added a third round pick. So
You know what the crazy thing about that pick was?
That's still a head scratcher though, because Tennessee is a contender. They've got the best running back in football. Tannehill's still a bit of a fucking question mark. To give up AJ,
But here's the thing: they didn't want to pay AJ. They did not want to pay him, so it makes sense for them.
why though? What has AJ Brown done to not deserve? I mean, see, this
Ask
is the
yourself
difference.
that.
This is the difference. Tennessee panicked and they shipped their best player. San Francisco just laid him wait. Didn't listen to all the fucking noise.
Can you do that again?
Kept Debo, and now we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
First of all, Debo's not off the table yet.
Okay, if San Francisco wasn't gonna get a top 10 pick, he's not going anywhere. Debo is staying in the Bay.
What if they get a first next year?
That would be part of the deal, anyways. You need at least 2 firsts.
No, you don't. Look at them; they're comparing Burks to Debo right now. He really is that kind of receiver. Forget about Dallas, though. I'm not crazy. I'm not worried about receivers. There's something.
Exactly. I'm glad you said it. Forget about Dallas.
Great. What is Kansas City and the Packers thinking right now, man?
Right? Like, suddenly George Pickens might be the hottest commodity in football
In football right now, yeah.
because the Saints. What did the Saints do here? Did they take their quarterback?
Who knows? Imagine they get their quarterback right now.
You know what?
Imagine.
No, they already went offense. They got Olave. I think they go in the defensive side of the ball. I think they snatch up one of these corners. I think that makes the most sense for them. The next pick.
Talk's funny.
Steelers.
If you're watching right now, you're absolutely. We're just talking about the Packers right now. The Packers better move down right now because if they don't move down soon, it's over for them. B. It's over for your boys.
I love how Marquise Brown and AJ Brown have been traded, and Debo Samuel is still in the Bay.
The thing I'm not worried about. There are big names in free agency still available. I'm going to fill a hole. I'm not worried about that. But it's not my pressing need. My pressing need is my offensive line before a receiver.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you see what's happening here. The Guru's pivoting. Look at him. If you look at his face. That's the definition of forlorn. Just giving up. Yeah. Sipping from the fucking worst glass. Look at he's drinking by himself. Mel Kiper didn't even show up, and he's just fucking.
What's the problem, B? Green Bay Packer fan, he just stated they're not moving up or we're fixing a deal for Debo. Debo's not off the table.
Who the hell is that? Ricky Dami?
He's actually in London. He's in London, England.
Okay, so he doesn't matter.
We talked to him. He used to work with us at Boston Pizza. The English guy.
A British guy who worked at Boston Pizza. Who
He's
now
a
is
Packers
back at-
fan.
Talk about confused in life.
Like diehard Packers. Diehard.
Go buy a Liverpool jersey and call it a night.
Can we try and put together what's going on in this draft?
I don't even know, man.
Like this is insane. I knew there was going to be movement, but there's no way of tracking this. Like my draft board's done. It's over. It's done. And we're not even at, what pick are we at?
19.
We're at 19.
And we still got to see what Green Bay's going to do.
Wait a
Kansas
minute.
City,
Wait a minute. If the Saints don't take the quarterback right now, Pittsburgh gets their quarterback for doing nothing. Wait a minute. First of all, Pittsburgh can get one of the top 2 quarterbacks anyway.
Malik Willis is, and you know what though? If you're Malik Willis and you're looking at Deontay Johnson and fucking Najee Harris Pat Freiermuth. Like, this is a perfect situation for Malik Willis to land in.
If he ends up in Pittsburgh, oh yeah.
Or even right now, if the Saints take Willis, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara. Like,
That's
So-
an offense, B. Sean Payton made unretire.
yeah, he ain't going to Dallas like you've been praying for.
I'm not praying
Hey,
for
Patty,
him.
this fish and chips, fucking top 10, buddy. Oh, God.
Top
Hey.
10 there, eh, buddy? There, eh? With the tartar sauce and everything there, eh? It's number one there, eh?
Really?
I'm just saying. That's what I heard. Okay, tell me what the Saints are doing.
Trevor Penning, offensive line. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not mad at that.
So clearly, the Saints are all in on Jameson Winston and
They really are.
Taysom Hill, whatever. I'm telling you right now, the pick is going to be in a hot fucking second. Malik Willis is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Has to.
Pittsburgh got a quarterback. I can't believe it. If Malik Willis does not go to the Steelers are going to lose it. In fact, where's Blade? I'll give it to Blade right now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Blade.
I'm going to call Blade right now.
Okay, so
That's a really good pick, by the way, for the Saints. And I love Dallas is not panicking and doing anything stupid. I love it.
this is interesting. Now we're getting to we're into the 20s now. Steelers are probably going to take Willis. Patriots need a wide receiver, but they also need a corner, so they might go with one of those defensive players. Then you got Green Bay, and then so the Cardinals traded that 23rd pick to Baltimore. So Baltimore's picking at 23.
Yep.
And then after that, there's basically no good players left. So you should just like
Are you
once
crazy?
you- once the 23rd pick comes and goes, we're done.
Linderbaum is a go jacket every year he plays. That's facts.
He's pretty good.
And I can't find anybody to answer their phone. Nobody wants to talk about it. By the way, Baltimore, really good draft right now.
Absolutely. Giving up Marquise Brown, getting this pick coming up.
Yep.
I've never been a big Marquise Brown fan. He's just something about him. It's like
He's like a flash guy. He's just quick.
he's like CD Lamb, but a little bit better.
Why is my name constantly in your mouth? Put fish in it. Put fish in it. In fact, here, let the people look at you. I gotta change this again.
All right, I'll leave this up to you, Daryl. What should the sidekick get into next? Should we go whiskey? Should we go vodka? Should we go something a little bit more exotic?
Let's go bourbon and let's go
Old-fashioned?
bourbon. Yeah, let's go
Old-fashioned?
bourbon. Old fashioned for sure.
I like where your head's at.
For sure.
So I'm seeing like, they got Bullet, they got Maker's Mark.
Go makers. But if you want to be easy on, go make. Oh no, here's the thing. If you're gonna go bourbon straight up, do the makers. If you're gonna make an old fashioned and put shit in it anyway, go with the bullet.
Bullet's my go-to for when I make an old fashioned.
Yeah, go with the bullet.
But I kind of
Bourbon
want to
straight up, you always go with the top notch. If you're gonna put shit in it, it doesn't matter what bourbon it is. Go bullet. Just don't go Buffalo Trace. I hate that bourbon.
No. That's
I hate it. I don't know why people like it. I hate it.
the Delroy of bourbons.
Yeah. Okay, so we're unanimous right now, right? If Pittsburgh does not take this quarterback, like throw your papers away.
Well, after this, who needs a quarterback? Patriots, no. Green Bay, no. Cardinals, no. Cowboys. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I just Took me a couple. I wonder.
Pittsburgh has to make this move, don't they?
They do.
They have to.
Now here's the thing too. A lot of people don't realize first round picks are the only picks to get the 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Which one of these teams that are in the top of the second round would want to potentially trade up into the end of the first so they could draft a quarterback of the future? So they could have that extra 5th-year option.
Well, who's
That's a
left
big
that needs
thing. It's a big thing.
Who's left that needs a quarterback?
Carolina. What?
I mean, who's left in the draft now that would need a quarterback? Tampa Bay needs to draft a quarterback this year.
They don't need to.
Tom Brady is not playing past one more year. They got to get a quarterback
Trust
now.
me, that team is too full of veterans. They won't get a rookie to try and be the savior. They'll go into free agency. They'll get someone that can actually play. You know what I mean? Their team's too long in the tooth.
Yeah.
A team like Seattle, they get the Carolina, Pittsburgh. Even Pittsburgh, like Pittsburgh's almost kind of that team that I don't know if a rookie quarterback's the answer because rookie quarterbacks are hit or miss. Tampa Bay's absolutely one of those teams that needs to go and get someone via free agency and step in. Although, you know, Tom Brady might play another fucking 4 years. Who knows what this guy is? It's crazy.
Yeah. I doubt it, though.
But again, Detroit now has traded up and then down, and it's crazy. Like, what's happening? Is AJ Brown to the fucking Eagles?
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah.
Welcome back, brother.
100%. Good to see you, man.
Jalen Hurts on notice, though. He has 1 year to prove.
Jalen Hurts, Zach Wilson.
Yep.
They're no excuses. Well, and Jalen Hurts is in the NFC. So that's like 6 wins, like right away. Like this is no problem.
Here we go. They better take their quarterback, or I'm done.
No, this is the New England Patriots of last year. They just laid in the cut.
Did he say anything to anybody? I've highlighted him right now.
Whoa.
I'm gonna leave it on you. Just tell me they made the call.
You got Franco Harris up there. Always a classy move. It's got to be Malik Willis.
I'm putting him in.
Oh, they went with Kenny Pickett. Holy fuck.
Wow.
Went with the Great White Hope. And you know what, though?
It's not a bad pick.
No.
I wouldn't have made it, but it's not.
He's emotional. This you know what? This is a cool moment because
a white boy going to Pittsburgh, really?
oh, come on, man. No, I just say it from a human perspective. Like the kid's fucking on the phone. He's probably
Ladies
talking.
and gentlemen, this is what happens when you start to get lit up too much and you turn into this groveling, sniveling, whatever you see right now. You know, it's emotional, bro. It's his family, his sister's there. They're crying. Shut up.
He's white.
Exactly. The brothers are like, oh, look at the color of his suit. I can't believe that suit. This guy wins an Oscar.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Where did Kenny Pickett play his college ball?
Exactly.
It's perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
Could you get a better story? It would be like Marino staying home.
oh no, you could get a better story. Debo Samuel being like bandied about all these trade rumors. He just stays at home.
Is Debo's? You keep on talking Debo. See if it doesn't blow up in your face. See if Aaron Rodgers not on the phone right now.
I want to see what Malik Willis is thinking right now. Because this is the guy that was supposed to go in the top 10. And now Malik Willis might not even go in the first round.
Hometown boy stays at home. I'll tell you one thing. He's going to bleed everything in his body for the Steelers.
Yeah. And he's got a wealth of weapons. Like he's got
Yeah.
a laundry list of superstars. So, and let's not forget, Kenny Pickett's not just a pocket passer. He can run. He's a dual threat quarterback.
But he's
Both
not.
the Patriots have traded this pick to the Chiefs.
They're going to get the receiver.
One spot ahead of Green Bay. Wow. Let's have a shot of fucking Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is losing his marbles right now. So who's the next wide receiver on the board?
Pickens.
Sky Moore. I had Sky Moore at 29 to Kansas City. This is number 21.
It's Sky Moore or Pickens.
Christian Watson's in the fold too. Christian Watson's a fucking played with Trey Lance in North Dakota State, but he ran that 4.38 40 as a 6'4" guy. But again, I feel like you lose Tyreek Hill, Sky Moore he'd be perfect. I want to see Sky Moore. A lot of you guys might not know that name, but you will.
So, okay, 21, 22, Arizona. What does Arizona need? No, it's not Arizona.
Not Arizona, it's Baltimore. Arizona's got Marquise Brown. Baltimore's at 24.
You know what? I got one of my two players. In the hunt right now. I do. I got one of my two.
You didn't get your wideout. You don't get.
I wanted offensive line before wideout. Wideout's not really important to me right now.
No, you need a wideout more than anything.
Yo, B, fixing my
Dallas
offensive.
Cowboys-
Are you crazy?
You need a lot of stuff. You
I got-
need defensive line. You need a guard.
Yeah.
You need a lot of stuff.
There's wide receivers at free agency. I'm not worried about. Plus, we knew none of the 7 receivers were going to be available right now. We would have had to move up.
Not to feed into your whole fucking propaganda, but they're showing Kenny Pickett again. It's like, dude, let's move on. You're done. They wouldn't be doing this for a black guy. Just saying.
Wow.
First white quarterback taken, they're giving him all this fucking shit. I'm just saying, I don't want to keep your propaganda. It's true. Malik Willis would have been like, okay, you're done. Go to the green room.
You know, they just showed him running, then like his criminal record. Whatever. We get it.
Yeah, they would have shown something on TMZ. Not
Totally.
even him.
He had charges when he was 6 about sexual abuse of a 13-year-old.
Whoa. Really? Why do you gotta go sexual abuse? Like, it's not fucking R. Kelly shit. Like, come on.
By the way, justice for Johnny Depp. And are you watching that trial? It is insane.
That chick's fucking nuts.
She shit in his bed, B. She is. Woo.
I haven't been really following it, but I heard the shit thing. It was like,
Yeah.
I know Johnny Depp's a little squirrely too, so it's kind of like,
Johnny Depp could hang with you. Like, he is all about the extracurriculars. And not a problem talking about it. Like, not an issue talking about it.
why you gotta be so judgy like this?
I'm just saying. Okay,
What's wrong with the extra?
this is our draft boards. Like, worth nothing. Nothing.
All right, let's see some Sky Moore.
Nope, we're going with Pickens, my friend.
Trent McDuffie. They went defense.
What? That's not a bad pick, though.
And let's not forget, KC has another pick at the end of the first round. So
That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad pick,
No,
which
that's
means
not- dude,
which means the Packers get the receiver.
McDuffie was being talked about as a top 10 pick. So, okay, they're going defense.
I'm going to tell you what, B. That's not a bad pick for them at all.
And considering what is happening in the AFC West right now, bolstering the defense is probably one of your. I mean, this kid's going to get a whole lot of fucking Devontae Adams. He's going to get a whole lot of Justin Herbert going to Williams and Keenan Allen. He's going to be getting Jerry Jeudy and Russell Wilson. So, you know what? The sexy pick is obviously giving Mahomes another weapon, but Good pick. Good pick. And again, like I said, Kansas City still has. I think obviously New England would take one of those first round picks, whether it's 29th or 30th. But the Chiefs still have one. So, and I think that's where they go wide open. Sky Moore or Christian Watkins, George Pickens. There's still a couple big names out there. And the Packers pick is in like that. So
They got the receiver.
they got to go receiver. If they don't go,
Can you see their war room? Like, can you see how fast they threw that pick in?
if they don't go receiver, no words. Sanchez is
None.
going to the parking lot, and it's fucking marching powder time. This fucking doesn't make any sense. Like this second,
Yeah.
oh brother. I gotta say though, Daryl, this has been one of the more eventful drafts. We've been
It
doing
really
this
has.
for-
Like, I can't
we've
even
been
keep up with anything.
Been doing this for a few years.
Okay, we got our first caller.
Oh, is that Dig It Live Radio TV?
That's not. That's our boy in London. Is that you? Hold on, Tox. Hold on. Let me switch you over. Are you there, Tox? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna switch you over. Hold on.
More technical difficulties from Daryl.
No, just the
Per
Bluetooth.
usual.
Just the Bluetooth. All right.
Hey,
Hold
Patty,
on,
can I
Tox.
just
Hold
take
on.
a glass of water? To wash down this fish and chips. Okay, so
Yes, Tox. Okay, hold on. For some reason,
and we're
Here.
back. This is
no. You're not on a delay. It's just that it hasn't been made yet. I'm trying. What I'm trying to do is get you over to the show right now. Hold on. Shut up. Shut up. Hold on, Tox.
you gotta walk before you run, Daryl.
Are you there, Tox?
And you
Wait a minute. I know I'm going to do this. I know how I'm going to do this. Tox, are you there?
Yeah.
oh,
Hello?
How's it going?
turn up the volume, Daryl.
I'm not putting you on video call, please.
Okay.
On video call, please.
Tox, are you there?
I'm bad.
Okay, hopefully he calls back. I have everything connected. It shouldn't be an issue.
But you don't. Like it's. Sorry, I apologize to
Honestly,
whoever
it
that
shouldn't
was.
be an
I don't
issue.
know who it was.
Okay, where
Wow,
are we at
and
now?
they went linebacker. What the fuck is with the Packers, man?
The Packers went linebacker?
Okay, I'm out.
What?
Oh. I was Daryl. Are you there?
I'm here. I just
I was
can't
about to
believe
leave, but the Baltimore Ravens have traded the pick to the Buffalo Bills. Out of respect to my boy Patty, he's a diehard Buffalo Bills fan. I'm sticking around. Now, to be fair, Green Bay picked up a gentleman named Quay Walker. Can't go wrong. I mean, maybe you have a name like that. This is where fucking Buffalo gets their running back, right?
Okay, Tox, are you here?
Are you still trying to do this?
So I got Clay Walker.
Let
It's
me
like
turn you up.
I can't get angry about it, but I'm not exactly excited by it. We got an inside linebacker. It's like, yeah.
Okay, we sat here.
Okay.
We do not understand what you just did at all.
Well, we were going wide receiver, and all the wide receivers went. And I can kind of see what they did there because they just went well, there's massive run on wide receivers, but it's kind of like okay,
sorry.
so we got.
Are we talking to a Packers
okay,
fan?
that's good.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
talking to a Packers fan right now.
Yeah, it's
How does
just
Green
like,
Bay not take a
it's
wide receiver there?
Not much of anything. It is. It's not something that makes me curious, but it's not something I'm like, oh my god, we got them. But seriously, like fucking wide receivers are going stupid, man. AJ Brown just got $100 million. I mean, he's a good receiver, but he's in his third year, and he's not. He's not ever got more than 1,100 yards in one season.
But there's still two good receivers out there. Pickens is still out there. And Sky Moore's still out there.
Christian
Yeah,
Wilkins
but
is still up there.
that's round 2. We might pick him on the 28th. We might pick him up on the 28th. I'm interested to see what we do on the 28th. I'd like us to get a defensive tackle because there's still a couple of first-round defensive tackles. But I think we just missed a trick by either not trading up or not trading down. And I don't know if that was.
Okay, who was the player they
No,
took? I missed
what?
the name. Who's the player they took?
Quay
Trey
Walker.
Walker. He's an inside linebacker. Which is kind of ironic considering 2 years ago we had no inside linebackers. Now we have an all-pro and the
But
first
still,
round.
come on.
So automatically
All
it's
things
become
being
like
equal.
this
My man.
position
All
strength,
things
right?
being equal.
So it makes
How do you
sense.
not take a wide
Well,
receiver there, man? How do you not take
Yeah,
the
it's just
pressing need?
I think we just really wanted something a little bit more sizzle. But this draft's been awesome. Like, it's been insane. But seriously, can we just talk about AJ Brown for a minute here? He got $100 million. He's been in the league 3 years. He's never clipped 1,100 yards, and he's getting quarterback money. Wide receivers are going stupid.
Everybody's saying that, but I don't agree. Like they're the ones that deserve the money.
Who deserves the money? Quarterbacks?
Wide receivers.
They
don't. Quarterbacks. It's a quarterback-driven
not
league.
quarterback
Man.
money.
It's a
You can't
quarterback-driven
pay
league.
2 players on the team quarterback money, and quarterbacks aren't going to fucking take a regression. What's going to happen is the same thing you saw that happened with running backs with Le'Veon Bell and Adrian Peterson, and that where the market got too big, and they just said, you know what, we'll just start drafting instead. Adrian Peterson came off like 2 years removed from the MVP season, and no one wanted to pick him up because he was asking too much money. Le'Veon Bell actually got some money, though less than he actually wanted, and then just flamed out. And people were just like, you know what, we're just going to draft running backs because you guys are asking for too much money. That's what's going to happen with wide receivers.
I don't think so.
Okay, first of all, running backs have a much shorter shelf life than wide receivers. Wide
I mean,
receivers
Devontae, yeah, you
over a
can say,
decade.
okay, the guy's a top receiver. Like Tyreek as well, like, the guy's a game changer. But AJ Brown, I mean, seriously, man, the guy's a good receiver, but he's not. Like, he was in my fantasy
You
team
think
last season.
AJ Brown is just a good receiver?
Useless off.
You think AJ Brown is a good receiver?
And the guy's
AJ
making
Brown is
more
a
than
fucking
quarterbacks. Like, good
superstar,
quarterback.
man.
Hold on, talks.
On a per.
Hold on, talks. You're talking like AJ Brown's just an average receiver.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you handle this. This guy
Decent
doesn't know what he's talking
receiver.
about.
But he's not like he's never posted above 1,100 yards in a season.
Hey,
He's
talk.
a decent receiver.
Go join
He's got
Liverpool
2
or
1,000
Chelsea.
yard seasons, but
Stay
you
in
just
your lane.
paid him.
You don't
He's
know
now
what the
the
hell you're
third
talking about.
highest
Talking about Le'Veon
paid
Bell and
receiver
Adrian
in the
Peterson.
league.
2022. Let's fucking move it forward. It's not 2016. Like, come on, figure it out.
It's a bit.
Green Bay Packers.
It's just a bit too much,
Okay, the Bills pick is in.
The Bills. Okay, so the Bills got the next pick.
Going running back.
The Bills have to be
next
going
pick,
running back.
and then no, they're gonna go. They're gonna go edge rusher with this one.
Inside linebackers. Give me a break.
They'll pick up the running back in the second round. They'll still get.
They went inside
in the
linebacker?
second round, but no, they're gonna go edge rusher.
They don't need any more
Any
help on
money you
defense.
But they want to get someone as a running mate with
You can get your boy.
Von
Patty.
Miller.
Getting your running back right here.
One's only going to be there two
Look at-
years.
if you
You
go
get
two
someone
spots,
right now
you
to
go
just
fourth
learn
round,
under him
great.
who can take over for him.
No, I say they have to go running back. They have to go running back.
Nah. No, they're not going to go running back. They just traded up as well.
All right, Talks. I'm going to call you after the Dallas pick.
All right. Well, call me after the Green Bay second pick, okay?
Sounds good, brother.
All right.
Buffalo talked. Sanchez. They have to go. They have to go running back right now. Offensive line wouldn't help either. That wouldn't hurt. But I don't see how, ladies and gentlemen, I do not see how the Buffalo Bills do not go running back right now. They're running back by committee. I don't know, man. It's been 2 years. It's been working. Moss and Singletary, but
You
they
called
need
it.
a different running
They need
back.
corner. They got a corner.
They grabbed the cornerback.
Kyer Elam.
Elam's not a bad pick. Elam is not a bad pick. You got to take the best player on the draft board at this point, people. And right now, the Buffalo Bills, who are already one of the best defensive teams in the they are the best defensive team in the league. They just got better. They actually just got better. But people, let's get to the reason why we're here. Let's get to the reason why we're at this draft to begin with. It's Dallas Cowboy time. And let's be real right now. How happy am I? I got listen, what do I have on the table right now? I got a Pro Bowl center in Lindenbaum. Let's take a look at the offensive lineman right now. Oh, I'm so happy. They could go receiver right now. The Dallas Cowboys could go receiver right now if they wanted to. I do not want them to go receiver right now. There's no reason to. I'm going to tell you my number one pick is the center, Lindenbaum. There's no way I don't want to go offensive line right now. Offensive line is just for the pickings right now. There's no reason why we shouldn't do it. The war room is relaxed and chill. And to be honest, the fact that Tyler Lindenbaum right now fell this low, I love it. I love it. In the draft, as we look right now, he's number 3. He's somewhere around number 3, number 4. And for a number 3, number 4 pick to go this late in the draft and be able for you to grab is insane. You have to grab Tyler Lindenbaum. You have to. Dallas Cowboys, listen to me. We can get a receiver soon. I'm not worried about receiver right now. Right now, and listen, they're taking their time. You know what? To me, it's a no-brainer. I'll tell you who else they like. Kenyon Green. Not Lindenbaum or Kenyon Green, depending on where you like right now. Either one, for me, it's a no-brainer. Dallas have to draft they can grab Pickens. Pickens would not be a bad pick. One of those 3, Lindenbaum, Pickens, or Green. That's what I'm looking for the Dallas Cowboys right now. And look, they're taking their time, which means they're thinking about it. You want to give them a Dan? Kobe's still right there. That changes the defense if they grab Nakobe. Listen, there's a lot of ways the Dallas Cowboys can go right now, people. All right? And the fact that they're taking their time right now, they're setting up what's going to be happening in the next season. Now, Philly grabbing A.J. Brown, I'm not worried about that. Commanders got to receive, I'm not worried about that. Because we have the power to shape our future right now. And I think it needs to start with the offensive line. So for me, go with the pick that's the best on the board. And right now, that's Tyler Lindenbaum. Right now at center. You got to go jacket center for the next 10 years, and you're going to shore up that offensive line. Hit more Green. Lindenbaum can play all the way down the line. He doesn't have to stay in just one position, which is what I like about him. He's a little versatile. But if you keep him at center, obviously we're going to have to plug a hole on the other side of Teron Smith. There's no doubt about that. We got room to do that now. If they were so worried about that, they'd have jumped up, which they didn't do. The Dallas Cowboys did not panic. They did not rush the room. They're doing right now. If you watch what the Dallas Cowboys are doing right now, they are not making a move right now. They're sitting there and they're waiting for their pick to come to them. So right now, they're trying to figure out who is the best pick. If you look at the way the draft's been going up into this point, by this point, every team has known what they wanted. Cowboys have a choice to make right now. which is the beautiful position that they're in. They don't have to. They have to sit there and decide which way they want the offensive line to go. Do they want to get the pressure up the middle? Do they want to make sure the ends are going to be okay? If they want to make sure the ends okay, green is the way to go. If they want to shore up the middle right now, Lindenbaum's the way to go. If they're worried about receiver, they go with Pickens right now. Problem with that for me is receivers are dime a dozen. The receivers are out there. Receivers are out there. But let's look. Pick is in. We're here, people. The pick is in. So the Dallas Cowboys are ready to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to turn this up a bit too. Guess he's gone. So we're going to listen to this together. The way it should be. Me and you and the Cowboys. Offensive line, people. Offensive line, Green or Linderbaum. Pickens at the receiver. I want to hear one of those three names. If they do go into Kobe Jones, by the way, they throw it into Kobe Jones. It only means, don't worry about it, guys. The only thing that means is they're going to take Micah Parsons and move him to the edge. And we're still going to have Gabriel Cox coming back and Jacoby Jones at the linebacker core. So either way, I'm good with that. I'm good with either one of those. But for right now, let's make that choice. Let's make that smart choice for the Cowboys right now. The smart choice is Lindenbaum or is Green. Shore up that offensive line. So for Cowboy fans out there, don't worry about what's going on in the rest of the division. The rest of the division was supposed to get better anyway. Oh, look, he's back. We're supposed to get better anyway. At the end of the day, Cowboys. At the end of the day, Cowboys, here we go.
Okay, you know what?
So the names that we want to hear are Lindenbaum, Green, or Pickens. One of those three.
Wow. Tyler Smith. Who? Sorry, that's my impression of an owl.
The reason why I don't mind it is because they know something I don't know, and it's a tackle. I'm good.
I had him solidly projected in the third round. So
Yep.
nice pick by Dallas.
Yep, and we need a tackle.
Could have got him in the third, but
I wanted Lindenbaum, but I'll take a tackle. And it's a big body, and he's moving. Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. We filled the need, and it's a good fill.
is
Yeah,
your boy from Liverpool still going on about running backs, or what's going on?
No, okay, that's your boy out of Tulsa. No, I don't mind that pick. That's a good pick. No, I have him on my board. That's a good pick.
I have him on my board too. Top 300.
I think there are better players out there that we could have, but they know something we don't know. They know something we don't know.
All right, now Baltimore. I gotta say, Baltimore's been moving and shaking.
Like all day.
And
All day.
they gave up Hollywood Brown, and
Can we go back for a second?
I like what Baltimore's been doing.
Can we go back for a second? That pick by the Buffalo Bills to shore up an already really good defense is that's a crazy good pick.
Yeah.
I really
They
like that
obviously
pick.
believe in Singletary and Moss.
Yeah.
That's debatable. Honestly, I would have liked you guys to take Jermaine Johnson. I think that would have been the better pick for Dallas. But that kid's going to fall to somebody. All joking aside, he did fill a need. He needed it. He needed to build up that offensive line again. I still don't know. You know what, though? Dallas is definitely going to be looking at wide receiver in the second round.
For sure.
And there's still lots of good receivers available. I think if Olave or one of those top 6 or 7 were available, I think Dallas would have been forced to go in that direction.
Of course.
But
And nobody saw the A.J. Brown trade coming. Nobody saw that coming.
what is Tennessee thinking, though? Like, fair enough, Treylon Burks is legit, but A.J. Brown, man, he's such a good fucking
Because listen,
player.
okay, but does it open the door to make sense to say? I don't know.
What's that? Say again?
I can't make sense out of it either. I'm trying to make sense out of it. I don't. Other than the fact that they didn't want to pay the brother, they just didn't want to
Well,
pay him.
again, money. Treylon Burks is going to be getting a fraction of what AJ Brown was. Like, AJ looked at the Tyreek deal and the Devontae deal, and he's like, look, I want 20 plus with big guarantees. And I think if Tennessee had a legitimate quarterback, maybe they would feel that they needed to commit that kind of money. But with Tannehill throwing the ball and Derrick Henry, like, I guess they figured, look, let's get some more draft capital. Let's draft the younger replacement. But still, man, I think this is kudos to the Eagles. That's a great trade. That's a great trade.
It's a great trade. And what do we look at their draft board? It 100% filled the spot, but it filled the spot with the number 1 draft pick easy. So, and we're talking above average number 1 pick, and they didn't lose anything.
You know what? Here's the Bucks coming up next. They're definitely not going to take a wideout, and after that is Green Bay.
Quarterback of the future right now. The
Malik?
Bucks need to go get their quarterback of the future right
Malik?
now.
Could Malik Willis be going to Tampa Bay?
He should be. If they're smart, he should be.
You hear what the NFL just announced? They said Bill's pick was so good and fit such a need that it might not even play the season this year. They want to save injuries. There's no point.
So right now, it's who is it?
Well, the Bucks need a linebacker, and by my count, those top tier linebackers have yet to been taken. They still got. I mean, and when I say linebacker, they need an outside linebacker or an edge rusher. I think Tampa Bay goes with the best player on the board. I think Jermaine.
But before we get to Tampa Bay, where do you see Baltimore right now? Mr. Moving and Grooving. What does Baltimore go with right now? Because they're still offensive linemen. Linderbaum's still out there. Green's still out there. They can still shore up that offensive line.
There's a lot of good players still available right now for Baltimore.
A lot of good players are dropping to the second round.
They could go with one of their corners. They could go with the best available. Man, how is Trumaine Johnson still available? I just don't get it.
Is there something we don't know?
Possibly, because
I don't see no reason why he's on that board still. Like any reason why he's on that board.
like if they can land Kyle Hamilton and Jermaine Johnson, like these are 2 top 10 picks, and they grabbed them at like what, 19 and 25. Very good players still available.
How does it feel to know Debo staying home?
Excellent. What have I been saying all week? They're gonna repair the relationship. Everything's gonna be fine.
You were sweating your ass off.
I'm not gonna lie. I slapped Otis a couple times this week. He was putting fucking Debo's fucking name in his mouth. And hey,
I feel you. Do the Packers go and get a receiver?
well,
They have to, don't they?
but here's the thing: Baltimore gave up Marquise Brown. Does Baltimore replace him with one of those receivers right now?
Oh, fair enough. Pickens.
Like Sky Moore, like George
Pickens.
Pickens.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't think of that.
But I think, again, when you're talking about just at this point in the draft, at the end of the first round, you can add Kyle Hamilton and potentially Johnson on the edge.
Is Garrett Wilson going to follow the
They
first
kept on
round?
trading back, and they're getting players. It's almost like they traded up. Like,
Is Garrett Wilson going to follow to the first round?
who?
Garrett Wilson, the quarterback. Is he going to fall out of the first round?
Garrett Wilson, the quarterback.
Sorry, not Garrett Wilson. Malik. I'm an idiot. Is
Have another grasshopper, sir.
is Malik Willis? Is
Throw,
Malik
throw back another grasshopper with your pinky up.
Tequila works, my friend. Tequila gets the job done. Is Malik Willis going to fall out of the first
Well,
round?
okay, I'll tell you right now. The Chiefs, the Packers, and the Bucks.
The Bucks get their quarterback in the
None of these guys are taking the quarterback, so Kenny
looks
Pickett.
like he's going to.
But again, this is where maybe someone trades up, like we talked about. Carolina's picking the 6th pick in the 2nd round. Maybe they move up to try and grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be a good move for them.
I don't think we're done with the trades. I think there's still some movement that's going to happen.
Lindenbaum, see? Good pick.
Okay, what another trade? The Titans have traded to the fucking Jets. What is happening, man?
That is a monster pick for the Ravens.
Okay, you know what? I don't know.
That is a monster pick for the Ravens. Ravens won the draft this year.
Who did the Ravens take?
Lindenbaum.
They did. They took Lindenbaum.
Yep. That is a monster pick for
I know
them.
the Jets are back. Wow. If the Jets take Jermaine Johnson here, the Jets might have just won the draft.
Fair
Because
enough.
they
This is crazy.
Devin Lloyd's still available. A couple of these wide receivers are still available.
Wait a minute. The Jets are on the clock right now?
Yeah, they just traded with the Jets traded back into the first. They gotta go Johnson. They gotta go Jermaine Johnson. They need an edge rusher.
So this is 27?
26.
Hi, gents. Are you guys joining us for trivia tonight?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
What am I missing? You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Like,
I'm done with the papers.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy this monstrosity for what it is, because I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry about the ticker. I'll fill it in after the draft is over. I can't keep up with what's going on right now. This is madness. So they traded with Tennessee for a 2nd and a 3rd and a 5th. That's not bad. They got a 3rd back. So a 2nd and a 5th.
I wonder if there's any chance that San Francisco trades back into the first somehow, some way. Can it happen?
Who'd they trade for?
Well, if I'm San Francisco, I'd like to scoop up one of these corners that's still available.
For who, though?
Well, I mean, there's still a fucking McCreary.
No, what player would you trade? Or would you trade pick?
Oh no, it'd have to be a draft. It'd have to be a draft pick.
The Jets are quietly having a great draft.
The pick is in.
Already? Well, they knew what they wanted then.
It's got to be Jermaine. Like, he's the best player on the board. He fits what they need. Like, he fills a need. Why would you trade back up? Like, yeah. And this has to be probably the Jets' 2nd round pick, which is the 4th. So it's kind of like moving up 6-7 spots. And they'll probably have to give up like a 3rd or maybe something next year.
Hawks asked a good question. Who's going to catch balls in Baltimore right now?
Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, and they're going to run the ball down people's throats.
It looks that way. Unless they got free agency on their mind.
There's definitely that. I still think the Jarvis Landry is going to go to the Saints. Julio's still out there.
You still think he's going to the Saints?
OBJ's still out there. Don't sleep on OBJ. I mean, he's not going to be ready to start the season, but I mean, if you're a contending team, and you throw Odell Beckham Jr. into your fucking wide receiver room as like your third or fourth.
And it's not like he's not going back to the Rams. They just haven't said anything yet. I don't see it coming.
You know what? Depending on what Green Bay does with that next pick, OBJ just makes more and more sense to go to Green Bay.
If Green Bay doesn't get a receiver, is there any reason to call yourself a Green Bay Packer fan?
If they don't get a receiver, Aaron Rodgers is going to jump off the bridge. I mean, fuck the quarter. Fuck the
It will
billion.
be the ultimate go fuck yourself to Aaron
Jermaine
Rodgers.
Johnson, there it is. Okay. Finally, things start making sense. Jermaine Johnson, the second,
Wow.
my
Okay.
number 10 overall prospect in this draft, is now.
Can
in
you
New
believe
York.
how long he stayed out there?
Like, they got Jermaine and they got Sauce Gardner.
That's crazy.
And then, sorry, what did they do with the 10th pick again?
They grabbed.
Who did they grab at 10? We went offense, right? Jameson went to Detroit.
No, they grabbed Wilson. They grabbed the receiver. The Jets, man. Wow.
The Jets and the fucking Ravens. What the fuck is this? Now the Jaguars just traded up.
He froze, and I'm glad he froze because this is ridiculous. Your computer froze, and I don't blame your computer for freezing. What are the Jags doing now? What is going
Oh my
on?
goodness. Action Jackson, baby. So, okay, well, here's the thing. Jacksonville's down to take a wide out. So this is setting up Green Bay nicely at 28, right?
Are you doing tribute too?
Sky Moore, George Pickens.
Jacksonville's going to offensive line.
I'll read George Ford's.
This is insane. I'm glad. Okay, see how his computer's freezing right now? Enjoy that because that's the face I gotta deal with every week. Look at it. Oh man, hard to look at. To be honest.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's back. He's back. You're freezing. I like it. And I don't mind it because to look at that face on a constant basis is not good for anybody. Look, oh my gosh.
Okay.
We're back. We're in and out kind of back, but we're back. It seems like we're back now. Jermaine Johnson's a huge pick for them. Huge.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not me freezing. That's him, kids. Bad internet connection. You know what I'm saying? Okay, by the way, I'll take this time to tell you guys right now.
Go back to the Cowboys. How you feeling on Tyler Smith?
I don't know what the hell is going on with the rest of this draft. We're on our own because we're working without a net now. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, I'm going to get rid of him and I'm going to resend him the link because this is craziness. Nobody has time for this tonight. Just stop and start, and I'm here and I'm not here.
Just say your bubble.
Can you still hear me?
None of us need this. None of us need this in our life. Yeah, now he's gone again. I'll tell you what. This is no way to live your life, kids. So I'm going to resend the link.
And
Okay, are you listening to me?
I can still hear you.
Okay, I'm going to cut the link off and join me back in again. Here, you get out of town. No, they tell him to rejoin. Problem with him, too, kids, is he can't read that well. So I don't know if he's going to understand the message. So I'll try to rejoin the podcast. That might be big for him, guys. But we're going to try and say it to him slowly. So we're going to have him rejoin the podcast. And when he comes back, hopefully his garbage internet feed works because this is what I have to work with, guys. I got to work with this every week. Now, to everybody here joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere you watch podcasts. Don't forget to click that link. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Hit that bell button. It'll let you notify you every time we come back. So all you got to do is hear the bell. You'll see us going live and we're in the building. This is how we do it every week. We got a big season coming up. It's our 4th season of Brothers Talk Ball. It's going to be our 1st season on YouTube and our 1st season on Twitch. So we're going to change the look of the show, a bit of the layout of the show. So just make sure you come and join us. Okay, I am going to go back to my studio and I'm going to help this young man out because I'm just sorry you have to work with these kids. So I'm going to send him the link. Okay. Okay, just resent him the link. So as soon as he gets that, he's going to plug in and hopefully we can get back to the show. Now, so the Jaguars moved up and they're back in the running. My guess for the Jaguars right now is they're going to go get an offensive lineman. Jaguars are another team in this draft that have seriously had a good draft, quietly had a good draft in the things that they're doing. I think they got to secure that line though. Right now they got to protect Jacobs and make sure nobody's going to come and get their quarterback. Now there's Green out there on the offensive line that they can look at. There's also Raymond. Raymond's out there. They can still look at. There's also not that many in the top 10. But if there's anybody that I would say that they wanted right now to actually help them out, it's Bernard Raymond. He would not be a bad pick at all for them right now. So so that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at, guys. To be honest, I can't tell you what's going to go on for the rest of this draft. This draft is just insane. Let's go, B. You know what the thing about him too is he's most likely lit up because he's been drinking for the whole show. So that's the reason why he's not here right now. But I'll finish up. I'll finish up in style. We're here with the Jaguars. The Jaguars, hold on, their pick is in. We're not going to talk progressive because we're not here to do that for anybody. So let's just talk about this draft so far. This draft has been the craziest draft we've ever done. It started with one move up, and then from that one move up, everything went haywire. The teams that made the most moves in this draft were Baltimore. Baltimore's just been coming at every end. Came in. What's going on? Brothers Talk Ball. We're a sports show. We do football, we do basketball, we do hockey all through the season. And we're thanking that you can join us on whatever platform you are. I believe you may be on Twitch. Come join us every September. Starting in September, we're your only place for NFL, fantasy football, regular football. We got you covered. And brothers is brothers in a universal sense. It doesn't just mean brothers because I'm sweet and caramel coated and all of that. It means brothers in the sense that we're all connected and we're brothers and sisters together. So don't be afraid to come and join us. Right now, we're going through the first round of the NFL draft. And if you're anywhere near the NFL draft, you know it is probably the most insane NFL draft that we've seen in a while. There's been trades outside the draft, people moving up and down the draft. There have been multiple picks in the draft. There have been stories in this draft like when the Green Bay Packers finally had their pick and they did need help on the defensive side of the ball, they chose not to get a wide receiver. That could be because they're trying to grab one in free agency. We'll see. But at the end of all of it, I'm telling you right now, who knows what's going to go on with the Green Bay Packers. Let's go. Let's get the Jaguars pick. Tampa Bay didn't need it anyway. Here we go. Monster pick. And how did Devin Lloyd go that far that way? We didn't even think of him. We didn't even think of Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd is maybe the number one linebacker in this draft. and he came this late in the league and he went to the Jaguars, I'm telling you, that's a huge monster pick for the Jaguars right now, my friend. That's a monster pick for them. Monster defensive player, probably the number one linebacker in the draft, besides Nakobe Dean. He's a difference maker. He's a difference maker. And if you look at what the Jacksonville Jaguars have done in this draft, I'm telling you right now, that's a huge. The fact that we even forgot he was out there, shame on you. Shame on you for even forgetting he was out there. Monster pick. I am very impressed by that pick right now. What does that do for Jacksonville Jaguars? Look, the way the AFC is shaping up right now, there's nothing but monsters out there. They're creating nothing but serious monsters in the AFC. And Devin Lloyd going to the Jags right now. I mean, wow. Wow, that is a huge pick. Now, let me see who's next. Because the way everything's going with this draft, Tampa Bay decided not to get their quarterback of the future. I don't know why. Maybe they think Tom Brady's going to play another year besides this one. That's on them and him. Deal with your own problems. But Devin Lloyd, it's huge. It's huge. So like they were saying, he's physical. He's a run stopper. He gets to the hole. He's an upfield player, which means he's in between the tackles. He's nice. He's going to get there. Right now, okay, we're at the Green Bay Packers now. This is for my boy Talks right now. Green Bay, do me a favor. You have to. Listen to me carefully. You have to take a wide receiver. If you do not take a wide receiver right now, it means one of two things. It means you're definitely going to get one in free agency. And it also means you really, with everything in your being, hate Aaron Rodgers. Like you hate him. You hate everything about him. Now, let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm just on the phone with this fool. Because only during Thursday night when it's the draft in Vancouver do they move over to trivia night. That shows you what kind of city I left. It's the NFL draft. It's the number one night in football. And they move over to trivia night. So instead of him watching football right now, he's like this. What country drafted the first known... And he talks about Applebee's. He talks about Applebee's at Mill Street, forgets about the draft, and they move over to that. That's cool, man. I'll finish up. The Packers pick is in, and it's in right away, which can only suggest one thing. The Packers 100% have went out and got a wide receiver. If they did not go out and get a wide receiver, people, beautiful people, I don't know what to tell you right now, man. It looks like you're stuck with me, the guru, for the rest of the draft, which is a good thing because we don't have to hear that fool anymore. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at this and we see that the Green Bay Packers do not draft a wide receiver, like I don't know what to tell you. He's going to call me with some story right now. No, he doesn't have a story. You're stuck with me for the rest of the draft, kids. Let's go over this pick for Jacksonville. This guy is a shaker and a mover and a difference maker. He's going to instantly make that defense better. They're comparing him. I don't know how you can, but in terms of the impact that he can make, he kind of has that Micah Parsons feel to him. By the way, Nakobe Jones and another linebacker are not out of the question for the Dallas Cowboys because we do pick up pretty quick in the next round. And wide receivers are still there. Pickens is still out there. Sorry, I think I spoke too quick. I think Pickens is gone right now. So they said just now an interesting stat The Green Bay Packers have not chosen a wide receiver in the first round since Javon Walker. And I don't think this is the year they can afford to actually do that again. And if they don't, it really means they're investing in free agency. Because here's the thing about free agency and why a lot of people are confused about why those players are still out there. They're still out there because after the draft is over today or this weekend, the compensation or the comp picks that you would have to pick them up isn't in play. So here we go. We're listening to Goodell right now. We're gonna go with the next pick for the Green Bay Packers. Man of the Year, Walter Payton. That's an award I think we can honestly say for sure Micah Parsons is going to win 1 year. He's on, man. Okay, so we got the Walter Payton Man in the Year giving out the award, and good on him. All the great work he does. It's amazing. So we're going right now with the Packers. Nobody's worried about your house. Andrew Whitworth. So why he's going on about this, we'll get you set up for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have to take a wide receiver, kids. If they don't, I don't know what to tell you. Now, this draft has been crazy enough, but we shouldn't add to it with the confusion of them not getting a wide receiver. But I will tell you this. There's a huge name coming to Green Bay after the draft is over if they don't get a receiver right now. If they do take a receiver, let me tell you who they're going to grab. I'm sure they're going to grab Pickens, but don't forget that Mr. Moore still out there, my friends. Don't forget Sky Moore still out there. Yeah, it's either Pickens or Moore. So let's just say out of the top 10 receivers that were on the draft board this year, gone. Everybody's gone except Pickens. So while he goes on about that, let's the pros and cons about not drafting a wide receiver right now. Devontae Adams gone. Aaron Rodgers literally has nobody to throw the ball to. By the way, there was a rumor going around that Waller was in trade talks with them as well. Waller shut it down on Twitter today, which would be a very stupid trade for the Raiders anyway. Here we go. Let's listen together. Okay, they drafted Devontae Wyatt, a defensive tackle, who's a very good pick. And it was one of their needs that I have here on the draft board. I have wide receiver, okay, offensive tackle, defensive end, and linebacker. So they filled the need. But they didn't get a wide receiver. So what does that mean? It means Jarvis Landry. It means Julio Jones. It means Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be a Packer because that's the only thing that I can see that they would have the chance to do. Yeah, that being said, with Pickens being left out there and Pickens on my board, there's nothing garbage about him. Pickens is number 6 on my board, 7 on my board. So okay, so they're trying to say Green Bay should. I don't know what it is about that organization. I'll put it to you this way. If Aaron Rodgers decides to retire or sit out, I think we all see it coming. If he just decides that he doesn't have a love for the game anymore and he just doesn't want to play football anymore, are you going to be shocked? Are you going to be surprised? Because I'm not. Because I am wiling out right now. Let's go to the draft board and see where we're at. Okay. Actually, I have it right here because this is lunacy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Green Bay Packers did not take a wide receiver. I don't know what to tell you on this one. Like I have no words for this one. What do we have left? Again, my board's finished, so we should go to KC. Probably traded up or back. We still have 4 picks left in a draft where I'm clueless, people. I don't have an answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to text my boy who is on. In fact, let's call him. Let's do that. Let's get him back on the show. We're gonna call back Talks Funny, who is our boy. We love him, and see if he can make any sense out of what just happened. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't. I cannot make sense out of it. So let's get him on the phone, and maybe he, as a Green Bay Packer, can explain to us why his team did not take a wide receiver. Because I have no idea what just happened. He might be upset and not answering. In fact, I wouldn't blame him either. He's probably ass deep into a bottle or something, or he had to go take a walk, or
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
yeah. There's nobody home at the end. Talks, if you're watching right now, I feel you, buddy. I feel for you. I don't understand it. I don't understand what just happened. Look, what do I know? 3/4 of the way through my show, my broadcast partner left me because he's in a city that has to do a trivia night during the NFL draft. Like, huh? And he's probably ordered an old fashioned and he's probably hosting trivia right now. Boys, just not bright. Just not bright. To recap so far, the NFL draft. To say there's been a bit of movement is an understatement. I have never, as long as we've been doing this draft, and we've been doing it for 4 years now. Don't mind the ticker on the bottom. There's not enough for me to catch up on. There's just way too much movement. I will make sure I update the ticker tonight before you see us on the weekend, because we will be updating every day of the draft, especially with him, since the 49ers will actually have something to talk about tomorrow, since they don't have anything to talk about today. Guys, if you're a Jets fan, you're happy. If you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, you're happy. After that last pick, if you're a Jaguars fan, Ziggy, only one I know, huge. And now we have the Pats. The Pats traded back because I don't think they were really worried about their quarterback of the future. By the way, speaking of quarterbacks, if you're a brother named Malik Willis, what is your mind telling you right now, man? There is absolutely no love out there for you right now. But are the Patriots ready to put some heat on Mac Jones and say, "Hey, listen, Mac, I'm taking QB right now, and you got pressure. So let's take a listen. Let's take a listen together." Not bad. Not bad, but yeah, like he said, I had him like maybe round 3, a round 3 pick. And I don't know, to move back to do that. Does that make sense? Kelly, you're out there. You're a Patriot. Did that make sense to you? I don't know. Craig, I think you're out there. I think you're a Pats fan. I could see that as a need on your team. I just can't see that Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. Patriots fans. I don't know what this one means, man. I did not understand that pick at all. And that's, I guess we're gonna have to say Belichick, but not really Belichick because Belichick's a genius on the defensive side of the ball. But again, guys, with picks like this, trust me when I tell you, there's sometimes my pick did that to me. There's sometimes in the league they see things we don't see, and sometimes you just got to go for the need of what your team is. Now, Kansas City's pick is in right away. Please take a wide receiver, Kansas City. Here we go. Kansas City's up. They didn't waste a single second. Pickens maybe. George Karlakis, a defensive end. Andy Reid decided to go with defense. Um, um, okay. Okay, Kansas City. Let's talk about this. Look, the whole time we've been talking about the draft, there's only two things that we knew for certain, and that was Kansas City and that was the Green Bay Packers. We're either going to trade up, bundle picks, do whatever they had to do to get a receiver in the first round. As it turns out, neither one of those teams did any of that in the first round, and I'm shaking my head. I think you have to look for these teams to be doing something in free agency. I think you have to. If not, like I said, I mean, it's not really dire for Mahomes. He still has the bodies over there. He still has the Hartman. He still has Kelsey. Another body over there wouldn't hurt. But Aaron Rodgers, man, Devontae's gone. You have Lazard. Yeah, no, I don't, and I'm not going to say I understand this. And people has been saying it all day. Trust the process. So I guess you're going to have to sit down and trust the process in Green Bay and Kansas City right now because if I'm a Kansas City Chief, no, to be real, Kansas City is going to have to build defense because the monsters that they have in their division, you're going to have to put pressure on the quarterback. You're going to have a secondary that can move. There's no way around you having to do that. Like you're just going to have to do that. As for Green Bay, like I just don't know who Aaron Rodgers is supposed to throw the ball to. There was even talk of some teams looking for Jordan Love. Maybe Chicago looking after Jordan Love, which is crazy because you can't get rid of him now. Because I'm not even sure if your starting quarterback is assured for this season. Aaron Rodgers might love his love for football. It may just leave him. And we're talking about an MVP the last 2 seasons in a row, and you still don't get him a wide receiver. Green Bay, save some love for me if I need it. That's all I want to say. But please go out and get something in free agency for your quarterback. Because I'm not understanding it. I am not understanding whatsoever. But hey, I'm gonna trust the process, man. I'm gonna trust the process. Let's see who's up next. As for Kansas City, you know what? I'm not as mad as the decisions that they made to not get a receiver. I would like them to have a receiver. Again, it's one of those things where I don't know if it's dire or a real big need. But at the same time, too, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me find somebody who might know, man. And I'm gonna holler at him right now and get him up right now. So I'm going to send him the link right now and see if he can finish off this draft with me because To be honest with you guys, I'm at a loss for what I'm seeing right now, man. Certain things that were supposed to happen in the draft, um, just didn't happen. And I don't understand why they didn't happen. Hold on. So look, KC, you're on your own, man. Now, again, because the order of everything, I don't know what's going on right now. It could either be Cincinnati. I don't think it's a second pick for KC, but somebody moved back for that pick. It could be the Jets, could be Philly. I don't know. And then we got the Bengals coming up last. So that's going to be how we're going to end this draft. But to be honest with you, yo, there's confusion in the nation right now, people. I don't know, man. Not only do I not know who's picking right now, and here's the thing: there's still a possibility for somebody to trade up. So it seems like the theme of this draft, which is a really good theme, was draft in bulk. If you have needs everywhere. Don't forget Houston. Houston still has another 6 to 7 picks in this draft alone. Dallas has another 7 to 8 picks in this draft alone. There's still room for movement for people in the second round to move up, and do not get it twisted. There are still big names out there in the second round. Anybody picking up Pickens as a receiver in the next round, I feel that it wouldn't at all be a bad pick. But I just don't see. I got to scratch my head. I got to scratch my at Green Bay. I do. Somebody has to make me understand. You know what? I'm gonna relax, man. I'm at a TQ. I'm gonna make sure I get some more TQ after. I'm gonna have a bite to eat when this is over because I'm exhausted and a little hungry from it. Because people, this has been a draft where after the first transaction happened. Okay, let's talk about my division. Let's talk about the NFC East. Did it get better today? Yeah, it got better. Washington gave a receiver to Carson Wentz that has to make a difference with Terry on the other side. Plus, their defense can really handle an offense that can stay on the field, which has been their problem up until this point. I think they're going to be okay in that respect. Philly, AJ Brown, how can you say they didn't get better? Yeah. So everything I kind of expected in my division happened. Giants picked up Giants did well. I want to say they didn't, but the Giants did well. Yeah, the Giants did well. Okay, so it is Cincinnati. Cincinnati's next, which means we have 2 picks left. Cincinnati's next. They showed up their offensive line in the offseason, taking Lyle Collins from me. They got another member on the offensive line, but let's see where they decide to go right now. Let's go. Daxton Hill, defensive back. You know what? That's a good DB. Where did I have him on my list? Daxton Hill. I had Daxton Hill, mid-round pick. Booth was still out there, which was the better pick for me. Gordon was still out there. I think I had a better pick for me. But granted, he's a big body out there on the edge. Really good hands. I think there was better out there. But the thing that I like about what Cincinnati did was they went to the defensive side of the ball, as we saw during the Super Bowl. They needed help on that edge, and let's be real. He's going to a team that got into the big show this year. So a young player going into a system where he knows his team can make it in. You know what I mean? And finally, we're gonna finish. And thank goodness it finished this late because I know he's in bed right now. We're gonna finish up with the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota, I guess, decided that they had everything they needed, um, uh, or wanted right now. I do like Pickens for them as a receiver because, like I was telling Ryan Weeks, who you know is a big watcher of the show, Thielen's getting long in the tooth. I mean, he's been injured the last 2 seasons. He hasn't been able to stay on the field. I wouldn't mind getting him an heir apparent or somebody to play the slot in the middle. Because let's just face it, Jefferson is all world. There is no doubt about that. But it wouldn't hurt. I don't think it would hurt Minnesota at all to actually get somebody to actually help over there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this up here. And take a look at the needs for Minnesota. Because they traded from so far up, I had Kyle Hamilton going over there because they really needed help at safety. But I like them on the defensive side of the ball. I would like them to take a look at defense. If you are going to go that way, then Andrew Booth and McCreary are still out there. So Andrew Booth and McCreary are still out there if they're still looking at safety. And look, those are big names. We're talking about the number 2 and the number 3 safety in the draft still out there right now. So if they were really serious about getting safety help, it's there for them. And come to think of it, listen, people, there are a lot of names in the second round. We're going to do a follow-up tomorrow because to be real, the names in the second round right now are huge, There's so many players that fell back. Malik Willis didn't get drafted. Malik Willis did not get drafted. Pittsburgh picked up their quarterback. Look, I'm impressed by Pittsburgh. But the fact that Malik Willis dropped down, wait a minute. Is it time to move on from Kirk Cousins? This could be huge. This can be huge and put a little pressure on Kirk Cousins. This would be a sexy pick, though. Malik Willis going here would be a sexy, sexy pick. Wow. Something to think about. So let's go to the draft home right now. Let's take a look here. Wow. Craziness right now, people. This is our last pick of the day in the draft, and it's going to Minnesota. And if Minnesota drafts their quarterback of the future right now, look, this draft is going to finish off as maybe the most interesting draft ever. And all they have to do is say Malik Willis. Because if they say Malik Willis right now, I'm telling you right now, Kirk Cousins does not go to bed happy tonight. You know who doesn't go to bed happy tonight either? Can't bring it up. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers does not go to bed happy tonight, man. They really took Aaron Rodgers and they took your boy and they said, listen, not again. We are the Green Bay Packers and we don't draft wide receivers in the first round. So whatever you want to do with your little friends on the offensive side of the ball, that's on you, B. But let's just say it, man. It's gonna be like the claws are out for Pickens tomorrow. So let's go. Minnesota, make it sexy. Take Malik Willis. Make it sexy. Here we go. Last pick of the draft, kids. I would love it. I would love it if it happened. Yeah, they took Lewis Cine. Yeah, you can't get mad at Lewis Cine. They need help at defensive back. Obviously, Patrick Peterson's getting older. I would have loved safety help because I know they were looking at safety help before. But Yeah, that's it, kids. That's it. Minnesota, interesting pick. Interesting pick. It's a need. It's a need position. You actually need help at the position. There was sexier out there for me. Let me just double check on that and make sure. Yeah, scene was nice, but you still had Booth. You still had McCreary. You still had Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But that's it, my friends. On behalf of Sanchez, who is answering questions about lemon sherbet and the Capilano Bridge and Abbotsford, things you don't need to know at all ever in your life because he's over there playing trivia. I am your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru. I am going to fix this ticker before you come and see us tomorrow. And we're going to wrap up the craziest first round in the history of Brothers Talk Ball during an NFL draft. I need a drink just to calm down from all the movement that happened. I feel like I have vertigo. I'm dizzy right now. But thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure. We do this for you every year. It's not over. We cover every day of the draft. We let you know what happens with all the picks until the draft is over. But this has been one to remember, my friends. It's been one to remember. And hopefully the last one you will see us do in this format. Hopefully we'll be live from now on. Now, for everybody else, I am your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru. This is Brothers Talk Ball. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to press the like. Don't forget to share, hit the bell, let everybody know we're here. We're coming live in September with the NFL all year. If you're on Twitch, welcome to the family. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Our Facebook family. We always love you. We're always here for you. Get ready for a bigger, better, more dynamic show coming in September. We are going to finish off with the draft and get you ready for the season. Big changes this September. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the likes, share, do all that stuff, that good stuff on social media. We're going to see you tomorrow to wrap up today and get you ready for tomorrow. As always, I am your board certified fantasy football and all sports guru, and we will see you tomorrow. This has been a very exhausting and very lovely Brothers Talk Ball. Do me a favor, be safe. Depending where you're at on the universe, this pandemic craziness isn't over. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Everything we do here, we dedicate to the first responders and the people that are putting yourself on the front lines. It's almost over, but we thank you for everything that you've endured. Be safe. Be kind to everybody. Love you, and we'll see you soon. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, my friends.